Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. Ding dong ding ding. Got them bitty bitty girl. Every new man here.
It's a terrible remix.
Got no money, honey. We got your disease. Welcome everybody.
That is the worst remix I've ever heard in my life.
Kick it. No, McGrew's reviews. We haven't done it so long.
We haven't done it in a long time.
McGrew's reviews. Hi everybody. I'm Sammy Gonzalez. Are you guys awake now? Because I'm sure this side is
How the fuck are they not?
definitely awake. No, I'm talking about because I screamed into the microphone.
Oh.
This is being listened to at all hours of every day in post-production in the future.
Right.
But right now, we're in the present. And if you're not joining us in the present on twitch.tv/themexcellence, the_Mexcellence, I should say, you're missing out. You're missing out me, Sammy Gonzalez, a.k.a. The Mexcellence. You can find me everywhere. If you search The Mexcellence, I'm very fresh right now. I just took a shower and I shaved my beard and I shaved my head because we're gonna go out tonight and tear the world asunder. Before I introduce y'all, I want to say a quick happy birthday to TJ. It's his birthday today.
His birthday.
And so we're gonna go out. And
You're gonna be
celebrate.
doing that a lot this month.
What?
Happy birthdays.
Oh yeah, next week we got another pair of birthdays.
No, that's the week after, right?
The next week.
Is it next week?
I'm
I'll forget
sure.
my shit
I don't
every
even know your
year.
birthday, man.
It's the exact same day as Marco's.
I don't know his birthday either.
Okay,
that's 2
fair.
for 1
That is fair.
birthdays.
That is a twofer.
But
you got a twofer there.
That being said, I want to wish a very genuine happy birthday to TJ. Everybody say happy birthday to TJ in the chat. Happy birthday to TJ. But yeah, no, TJ's really great. We love him. He hasn't been here in a while because he got sick and then he was visiting family and then he went to go visit another
had a rough
family.
month.
He's had a good going. But what do we got here
what's
in
happening
the chat?
in the chat?
Oh, I didn't even turn
Yeah, you motherfucker, turn that on, please.
Is this
I gotta
showing
see
his
my
password?
people.
Is it on? Can you see it?
I see it looks
coming.
like it wants to go. There
there
it
it
goes.
is.
We're good.
It's connecting. Oh, because the internet's on. What do they got here?
What's up with the Wi-Fi? Did the heat fry the Wi-Fi?
The heat did not fry the Wi-Fi.
The world would go into anarchy. The state would go into straight
I
up anarchy.
just turned it on, and so it's connecting. But who do we got in the chat, though? Finally get to watch this live. Bad G33K and 9-1. Oh, my
Lucky
God. Oh, yeah, now we're back in the
That's
chat.
the old one.
Happy birthday, Taylor
we
Jan.
refresh
Why are you?
this?
Yeah, go ahead and hit the refresh button. Honestly, it's a touchscreen. You can just press it. Dang, putting government names out there, Jay Taylor. Jesus. Happy birthday, Taylor James. I see you actually put it on TikTok. But his name is Taylor James because you wanted to call him Taylor Jamiroquai. That
guy.
That's a TikTok that's yet to come out, but I did edit it. It is there.
Old Jamiroquai.
But yeah, no, Rakeen23 gifted a tier 1 sub to the Mexcellence community. They gifted a total of 6 to the channel. And they gifted a tier 1 sub to Jay Taylor at 007. Badesula, that's a cool name. I haven't heard you in a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Weekend Mexcellence, Shadow Shogun Sales. Welcome, everybody. Let's get it. Goatman J5. Wait, Goat Mango @Man J5. That's not how you say it, but that's how I want to say
Good
it.
enough.
It's good enough. I think it's just
You
a double
know who
thing.
you are. There you
Yeah,
go.
but first time chatter. We got 2 first time
love
chatters.
2 first-time
Apparently,
chatters.
Saturdays are for the boys and or women and or theys.
For everyone.
Who knows, man?
Everyone.
It's for everyone. And
I don't know
this
anyone who doesn't
review-
enjoy a Saturday.
I don't know. I don't know either. And this review is for everybody. But joining me on this review,
Yeah.
you've heard them talk already. We have joining me right across from me.
I have not said anything.
He hadn't said a word.
He hasn't said one word. And your first
I am
word,
JJ.
well, welcome,
is
JJ.
JJ.
It's not your birthday. And
Tommy, what's up?
I didn't have a chance to switch
You don't
it
need
over.
to.
You got to switch it over.
No, they know who
I gotta
am.
say you're the eponymous. Is that the right word?
I don't
That
know
means
that
named
word.
off. Hold on, I think that.
Look it up.
Eponymous. Webster. No, what did you say? Also, JJ, that curtain is getting caught on your chair real quick. You can fix that while I look up eponymous. Ha-ha!
The word of the day
So
in it?
here's the thing, Tommy.
Yeah.
I don't read many books, which is a.
Can we please stop that?
No.
Can we make a disclaimer right now? And I know you're not proud of that. You should be ashamed of it, and I
Right.
think you are deep down.
A little bit.
Stop with the I don't read books. Like that's a compliment or that's a good thing. That's not a good thing. Read, for the love of God, read anything. A pamphlet, fucking anything.
Hey, man,
reading is fundamental. You remember that?
I read for work, honestly. I read.
You have to. They make you. It's because they make you.
I read newspaper articles about the saddest shit ever.
Oh, yeah.
Politics.
It's
but,
depressing.
Tommy, I did actually get it right because here's the thing. I may not be a very literate person. I'm very literate. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just lying.
Fine.
It's a bit. It's a bit. But I heard this word and I used it correctly. Eponymous. Named after the specified person, place, or thing. Usually it's founder, creator, inventor, discoverer, or source. And that is you, my friend, Tommy McGrew's Reviews.
I am king. Thank you.
Tommy is king, rated E for everyone. Read
Thank you.
Malazan.
Who's that? Bat G33.
Bat G33K91.
Thank you so
and
much.
I read on my phone. Trayvon K. I read so much on my phone. I read TikTok captions.
You know what? I'll accept it. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Just read.
I
read articles I wake up and like people used to read the newspaper. I wake up, I get on the shitter, and I read the news.
I read Spider-Man Life Story.
Thank you.
Oh, that's Thor. But I read Spider-Man Life Story.
And I was so proud. You don't know how proud I was when you sent that message out.
Because you had recommended it. We'll get into the movies right now.
I could have let you. Well, you saw. I could have lent it to you. But
right. But you were like, yeah, it's
but then he
one.
just would have taken it into the toilet.
That's fine.
It's fine.
I got Lysol.
No, but you were like, it's a beginning and end of a Spider-Man story.
The comics, I love the graphic novel / comics. I love the most. Give me a beginning, middle, and end, and it's even better if it's an established character like Spider-Man or anyone in the Marvel universe.
Where you can fill in the rest of the nonsense. Where he's like, oh yeah, I had to beat Mysterio a couple times. I don't need to see that.
Right.
I just want to see the ones that matter.
You want to see him as a teenager getting bit by a radioactive spider. You want to see that motherfucker die.
Right.
And you see that in that.
Right.
You get it.
It's like not only do you get him to die, but you get him to die like as an old man.
Did you tear up a little bit?
No.
I teared up a little
bit.
It
was, well, because you told me what was happening.
Oh, yeah.
Also, it was a beginning, middle, and end. But the idea was, let me find it real quick. Spider-Man Life Story. It was interesting that they go, oh, we're going to start in the 50s and everything's going to revolve around this. Like, we're not going to change anything. Reed Richards is old as shit.
Right.
Dr. Doom somehow is in the 2020s. Even
old though, yeah.
But he's like super, but you can talk it up to super advanced technology. But look at there's like Spider-Man in space. There's him fighting some people. The covers are really interesting too, real minimalist. Yeah, they do the Secret Wars and like Mary Jane's like,
all the bullet
help
points.
raise these kids. Where are you? And he's like, I'm off world
Gwen
fighting.
Stacy being thrown off of a bridge.
Oh no, yeah, that didn't even happen that way. It was something even different.
It was different, but same concept. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Sorry to spoil this.
Oh, no,
it's been out for a while. So
Gwen Stacy dies, guys. Come on, we know this.
And you know it. Yeah. So it's all the things you know in a complete story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flash Thompson goes to Vietnam. That was pretty interesting.
I like that. I did like that aspect.
Like just random shit where you're like, oh, that's cool. And then Harry Osborn's kind of like he's doesn't play that big of a role in it, but he's kind of
he really doesn't have as big a role as you would think.
But I did read it.
Right.
And I read it at like 5 a.m. because I put on.
You said you were up late with it.
I put up. I've been busy all week, folks. I've been reorganizing my house. I've been getting excellent stuff done, and we went to bed at like 3 o'clock, and I was like, well, I started Spider-Man Life Story. I was able to find it online. I bought it, and for reals. And I was reading it, and I was like, oh, this is a quick read. And so I read all 6 comics in about maybe an hour and a half, and I was like, oh, that was cool. Oh, time for bed. So, yeah, because I was getting my brain into
real quick before we jump into that, still segue to it. My favorite comic of all time, and will always be, and I highly recommend it to you if you like Life Story, you'll like this. It's Marvel's, which is basically Life Story with the art done by Alex Ross. That if you don't know his art, just look up Alex Ross art.
The photographer guy.
His art is photorealistic, yes.
Right.
It's paintings.
Is it the one where it's like, this is what would really happen?
It's from the point of view of a person living in the Marvel Universe. And he's a photographer living in the Marvel Universe.
Right.
And we start off when he's a young guy, where the original Human Torch, which is the first superhero in this world, that happens. And then all of a sudden a guy pops up from the water, Namor, which was also an early... So it literally goes in order from the first Marvel character, which was the original Human Torch, not Fantastic Four Human Torch.
Right. It was
to Namor. Namor was like the second.
And they like
third.
revealed him in a lab, right?
Yeah, he was in a lab. Yeah, exactly right. And so it goes through the history of Marvel through a story, which is fucking amazing. The art is so fucking beautiful. I've read it probably 60 times in my life, and I will probably read it again many, many more. So it's excellent.
And there's a variant of that where the guy is like in a horror version of like the Marvel Universe where it's like, yep, this guy got bit by a spider.
Yes, it is.
And he got super like cancer and eaten alive by spiders. And
The Hulk gets cancer.
Oh, that's right.
The gamma radiation gives the Hulk tumors instead of making it makes him that, but it also gives him tumors.
And then like Spider-Man gets eaten alive from the inside by spiders.
Basically.
And he starts growing
It's
limbs
horrific.
and like dissolving. It's awful.
Read that one at Halloween.
I'll read it.
It's not in Marvel's territory. It's very over the top, but it's fun.
Right.
Yeah. But that leads us into the Marvel universe.
Of course it does.
And what we're
Tommy
reviewing
reads the
today.
newspaper in a silk robe, smoking out of a pipe with a glass of whiskey every morning.
That is unhealthy.
That is.
But
Say that's what our father
the robe,
did.
yes, I do have the robe.
Also, real quick, Fantastic Four should be 1950 or 60 time period for the MCU and bring them to the present day. I think
would
they're
love
going
to
to
do
do that. I think they're going to do that by throwing him in that Quantum Realm city. And that's what they're going to do.
You know what?
Quantum Mania is going to go back to that
I
city.
need to talk about Marvel, Sammy. So we'll let's put a pin in that.
All
We'll
right.
circle around
Well, we'll do that.
to how I feel about Marvel and their future.
Because we're on a timer. I put a timer on so we can get out of here in a reasonable time because we can talk
got
about
shits to do.
this movie
Right.
all the times we want.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but yeah.
The story of the space Viking, Thor Odinson. He was no ordinary man. He was a god. After saving planet Earth for the 500th time, Thor set off on a new journey. Well, he got in shape. He went from dad bod to god bod. And after all that, he reclaimed his title as the one and only Thor. Oh, spoke too soon.
Thor: Love and Thunder, as narrated by Taika Waititi.
Of course.
Not Korg. Taika Waititi.
It's fine.
It's fine. I like Korg.
I love Taika.
I like Korg. Well,
I like the person behind Korg better, but yeah.
oh, that's fine. I think I just cut myself. Anyway. Anyway.
Because you're sharp, Sam.
Sharp,
Look at
yeah.
you.
I cut myself. I cut my nail using my nail. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, wow.
Also,
It's
actually,
a baby injury.
I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I actually super glued my hands together by accident.
How the fuck do you do that?
I had to fix my shoes. And I had
You're
to
super gluing your shoe.
I had to super glue.
Look,
No, I had
man.
to super glue it's a long story.
Okay.
It was the
Can you afford shoes?
I can afford shoes.
All right.
It was just the insoles. I got new foot inserts. If you follow my Twitter, you realize how pissed off I was about that. Point is, I tried to glue in the soles, and I just cut myself trying to remove the glue. Anyway, that is unrelated to Thor: Love and Thunder. You know what really?
It's a poor people
you know,
problem.
you know what I think about with super glue?
What you got?
The way that Mjolnir brings the Thors together,
I don't
like
think
super.
Mjolnir
That's
needed
shitty.
super glue.
That was Mjolnir also needed super glue to be held together because it was shattered.
It wasn't super glue that put it back together, though.
It was magic.
It was magic.
And so we're going to get into a non-spoiler version of this review. Tommy, since it is your show, I'm going to start off with your first thoughts. Like walking out of the theater, you just got out of it a couple hours ago. What do you think of this movie?
So I talked a lot of shit about this movie. I didn't want to watch it.
You didn't want to watch it. You're
had-
getting reimbursed for your ticket.
Yeah, I will send you the Venmo
Yes.
after this.
I
But
need to
yes,
invoice it. Thank you, Manscaped. Anyway.
yeah. Thank you, Manscaped. Yeah, because I wasn't gonna take time out of my day after reading the first reviews, the audience screenings. I was like, wow, disappointment, huh? It's all you keep seeing. It's like, oh, it's not Ragnarok. It's got like a 68% or
Right.
less than on Rotten Tomatoes.
Something like that.
Something like that. And I'm like, oh, that's disappointing. Ragnarok is probably my favorite MCU movie. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't want to see this. And so I opted out of this, and y'all like, it's named, the show is named after you, so you have to show up.
Right. And in order to do like The Boys and things you want to do, you got to do the big ones like
And you gotta
this.
eat your vegetables before
That's
you can
the-
have dessert.
That's the contract.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's pretty much it. So I reluctantly saw this. So I went in with low expectations, but I also did something else because Marvel fucking sucks to me lately. I've said this.
Yeah.
Very angry. I'll vent it out a little bit later in this review. I'm not happy with Marvel right now, so I wasn't eager to see this.
Right.
But I love Taika.
Of course.
I love Thor, Ragnarok, not the others. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So that being said, I completely devoided MCU from this. I'm like, this is not a part of the MCU. This has nothing to do with it. This is just strictly a sequel to Thor Ragnarok. Look at it as nothing else. This is not going to give you anything else down the line.
Right.
This is a standalone one shot. Look at it that way. And that's the way I went in. And when I came out, I was like, I like this movie.
Really?
I really like this movie. Yes,
Really like this movie.
I really like it.
A lot of people are mad at you for really liking it because I guess the idea right now is that people, if you like it, love it, beyond a certain threshold, which I think is probably above in our rating, maybe above a 7,
right,
then you're just like a Taiko fanboy and you're kind of overselling it and you don't know cinema. And then if you put it too low, you're just being contrarian because there's enjoyable things in it.
Right.
So you're on that end right now, very much liking it.
Oh, absolutely. And it has zero to do with Taika Waititi. It's simply you go to movies, especially in the summer, for certain things. You go to laugh, you go to have fun, and if you can hit an emotional chord at any point, super, that adds to it.
Right.
This movie did all three for me.
Right.
And so, again, detaching the fuck out of it from the MCU as a whole and just looking at it as a movie by itself, a standalone sequel to a movie that you're not going to reach that height, because that's a lot of people's favorite MCU movie.
Right.
Just looking at it in that aspect, I was like, okay, expectations low, all this shit low. This did everything I wanted a movie to do in a short, fast-paced period of time.
And quite frankly, if you think of it that way, it doesn't really expand the MCU or do too much with it, which is great.
That's why I think people might not like it. Don't, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing right now. They are throwing shit against the wall. Whatever sticks, which most doesn't. And that's what they're doing. So at this point, look at it all separately, man. Yeah. Separate it all. Just these are individual movies or stories. They are one-shots. If it was a comic book store, these are not graphic novels. These are literally just comic books.
Exactly.
One-issue comic books. Read them that way. Watch them that way. And you might look at things a bit differently. I can't do that with Doctor Strange. That was garbage.
It's just too much tied into it, right? Too many things. JJ, what'd you think? First thoughts?
I liked it.
Thank you. Next time,
You said first thoughts.
I know, but other than your first, fine, your first through 8th thoughts.
I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. Continued liking it. Liked it some more. And liked it again.
Yeah.
Was that 8? I think
it was more. Huh?
I think that might have been.
No, I mean, he said everything that I was going to say. Like,
shut up, Tommy.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't really go into the MCU movies expecting them all to connect perfectly.
Right.
It's a massive thing to get all these moving parts working together. So when they do connect, it's cool, it's fun, and I like it. But if they don't, I still get a good movie.
Right. Yeah. And that was the thing that I was worried about with this movie, because obviously Endgame ended with him and the Guardians as Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. And everyone was so excited to be like, oh man, I can't wait for the Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor to team up, and this movie's going to be a team up. And they were in there for 20, maybe 15, 10 minutes. Not even that, right?
Yeah, less than 10 minutes.
And when you talk about they don't know what they're doing, that was the first thing I was worried about in this movie, because I'm watching Thor. Yeah, they do this fairy tale thing with Taika Waititi with Korg. I can't believe
telling
his name. I love Korg. Telling a story like he does in the trailer, and that's kind of how it's presented.
That's exactly how it's presented.
Yeah. like a children's story. And so with Korg telling this thing, and he's like, oh, and he fought many battles with the Guardians, and it's cool.
Fills in the gaps,
but they set up at the end of Endgame oh yeah, Thor's going to be a part of it, and they just kind of, all right, we established that. Let's go ahead and get through that real quick.
Seemingly, they couldn't wait to get rid of them.
Right. And from the sound of it, half of them want to leave anyway. So they were like, oh.
That was the most unenthusiastic I've ever seen that group.
Chris Pratt's hair wasn't even combed.
The only he wasn't in shape.
Oh, yeah.
He looked like James Harden. he was just, which I don't give a fuck what you look like.
Right.
Big Chris Pratt was better than this fucking Chris Pratt, but no Chris Pratt is good.
Fair.
But the thing is, he was fine. They were all fine. Uh-huh. But it was just God, they called you guys up to do this. I don't think that was Bradley Cooper's voice as Rocket, honestly.
Really?
If you listen closely, it doesn't. The octaves don't match.
He might have just phoned it in, literally.
But Dave Bautista was just this is a weekend. I could have been doing anything else.
Right.
Only person that looked enthusiastic was Nebula. Was Karen Gilliam. She was
she's happy to be
the
there.
only one. Anybody else? No. Even Groot, who's all CGI, didn't want to be there.
Fucking Vin Diesel was
I don't think he did the voice. Did he say it at all?
Yeah, he did. He said it
once.
Giggling at him, whatever.
They took that from a previous movie. But but yeah, so they're in there for a flash. You blink, you miss them. And Thor's off on his adventure. And that's, you know what I take that as? You think it's a negative, and some people might take that. I take it as a big positive. Fuck it. If you have nothing for them to do, separate them quickly. Send Thor off on his thing. Let's get this shit started so I can get the fuck out of here. And not only that, this movie does that, and it does it in a way where, like, I could have dealt with, like, 15 more minutes of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of them just anticing.
Of them just doing what they were doing, man. I had fun. That was a fun movie to me.
Yeah. Well, that first sequence is like, it's.
Oh, the first sequence
Thor-
is depressing as shit.
What? What do you mean?
Because I feel like the opening. Well, let's start there. The opening.
Just real quick. And we'll talk about what we like after the kind of establishing the intro.
Yeah, the opening's the opening. It doesn't spoil anything.
Right.
I feel like that was contractually obligated by Christian Bale. He had to do some dramatic Christian Bale shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had a blast clearly through the rest of it. But he was like, Oscar winner, I got to do my thing.
Right.
And Taika's like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, do it, man.
apples for a month so that he could make weight and whatever.
The machinist.
The machinist,
yeah.
He dropped to like
super unhealthy.
skeletal.
Love
He
the guy,
descended
though.
it.
He is the curmudgeon I will always love. Like, if he's an asshole in real life, which people say he's hard to work with, fuck it.
Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you could tell from one of his interview things where he was like, people said that Christian Bale joined the MCU. I didn't join shit.
Got a paycheck for one movie.
Right. It was not like
my buddy Kate Blanchett.
in his head, it's like I wasn't trying to do like I'm not doing a thing where it's a big event. It's like I did a movie.
I'm not coming back.
Yeah. or like if I come back, like it's a check. It's not like I'm joining a family or something. Like I like that approach.
I love that approach.
Family.
You could tell that's the approach he had. And kind of Kate Blanchett at the same. I feel like they talk to each other.
Right.
And that's why he took this role, because the MCU, as big as it's growing, every actor that's working is going to have a part to play in this thing.
Of course.
And so the big actors like Bale and Blanchett, like those established British actors, you know,
right.
We're probably not going to lock them up for 10 movies, but it would be great to have them here. Or Jake Gyllenhaal for America.
Right.
It's like it's great to have them here. And so, yeah, they're like, I'm going to get paid out the ass. And maybe I only have to do one of these. Like Bale may come back. Any of them can come back. It's in the comic books.
Right.
And so it's just like, but, this is for this one movie. I don't have a contract from, a billion movies like the rest of these schmucks.
Right.
Oh, man, I'm going to collect this paycheck and have a blasty blast.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what he does.
And that's welcome, everybody, to the Manscaped ad. Did you know that over 4 million people use Manscaped for their below-the-belt goodness and other even on-the-body goodness? Did you see that they got the body wash and the shampoo and conditioner? I have 2 of these. They gifted it to us. They gave us a bunch of this type of products. And I talked at the top of the show about how I feel so fresh and so clean. I did my summer trim on my beard. I washed myself to do this show because we're going to go out and celebrate TJ's birthday. And I smell of Manscaped. And you can smell like Manscaped, and you can smell of Manscaped if you use coupon code MEX20 to take 20% off and free shipping for your order at, I'm going to type it in, Manscaped. Oh, it's already there, baby. Manscaped.com. And there's a ton of deals going on right now. There's some special offer with free box of toiletry bag, free shipping with the purchase of Performance Package 4.0. Well, you can get that with anything below that. You don't have to purchase the Performance Package 4.0. But guess what, folks? Because we are sponsored by Manscaped.com, they gave us the Platinum Package. And you see these 2 right here? They've been sitting on this desk a while. We're giving these away later this month. We have a lot of birthdays this month. And we might run out of time. Let me check the calendar real quick. I say this month I might have to squeeze it in on that last weekend because actually, the weekend, the 30th, I believe. We're going to try to do a 12-hour stream, and we're giving away one of these babies, the Platinum Package 4.0. Luxury full-body grooming kit. It's got the Lawnmower 4.0, which they gave us, and I use myself. It also has the Weed Whacker. Guess what? I got one of them, too, and I use it. 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Body wash, as I showed you. The deodorant, the crop preserver, the crop reviver ball spray, the magic mat, the shed travel bag, a free gift of that. Manscaped boxes, anti-chafing boxes. All of that, it's a value of $256.90, and we are giving it away to you. But if you don't want to wait for us to just give it away, and you see all of these delightful products that we love, you can get it for 20% off and free shipping, and they got a sale going on right now, and it stacks as well. So be sure to use coupon code MEX20, 20% off, free shipping everywhere. And it's actually a pretty quick response time. Also, real quick, I bought this to give it away, and then I opened it, and I just kept it. The Shears 2.0. These are some of the sharpest nail clippers that I've had, and they are nice. That little bar right there, that's the nail clippers. Very small and condensed. Got tweezers, got nail scissors, and you got the file. As I mentioned in the show, I accidentally super glued my fingers together. I used the file on my fingers, and now they're smooth again.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen to most people.
Doesn't happen to most people,
Yeah.
but very utility, very sleek, and very small. Manscaped.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Now back to your regularly scheduled program, whether we interrupted it in the middle of it or it's at the end. I don't know where I put these. Once again, I edit these at random points. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
He does.
And that's what I'm going to pass to JJ because I'll talk about it a little bit more. But what was like some of your favorite parts of the movie? Obviously, Christian Bale being a highlight. I can assume that was one thing that you enjoyed, but there's really
Not big on Christian Bale. Like, he's a good actor. I'll go
Terrible
watch.
Bruce Wayne.
oh, someone's breaking into my house.
Okay.
Someone just broke into my house.
But yeah, like, he doesn't sell tickets for me. He doesn't put my ass in
He
a
ain't
seat.
putting the meat in seats.
Yeah.
Well, what
Okay.
does in this instance? So obviously you said you liked the movie, you enjoyed the movie, and you liked the movie. What did you like about
in
it?
that order.
In that, okay, make sure, because the enjoy is the third part. But go ahead.
I like Chris Hemsworth. Like,
Oh yeah,
He's super likable.
No,
in this.
but I like the chemistry between him and the rest of the, like, Ragnarok cast.
oh yeah.
Like, they had real magic going in that movie, and that's why it's a lot of people's favorite. And so a lot of them come back for this one. Shit, even Jane comes back, and they had good chemistry in Thor 1. So I'm like, yeah, I care more about them than one Christian Bale.
Right. Oh no, because that was one thing that. So I hate bringing this up. This is gonna be a bane of my damn existence. Rogue One. Remember the two characters?
the best Star Wars movie. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. The Kung Fu guys.
Our friendship almost
yeah.
ended over that shit.
Mine, Tommy's, and Marcos's.
Yeah.
Mine and Marcos' friendship is almost ended over Rogue
It's a sore
One.
spot. Yeah.
But this movie proved why that movie did something incorrect where it could have done something more correct, and I was so happy to see it.
do
You
you
talk
mean?
about JJ, the camaraderie that they all have, and them working together. How that's so much fun. All of them just was it Valkyrie, Jane, Korg. Meek is gone.
No, he's got an executive
Yeah,
position.
he's
He opens
vice president of
businesses.
Asgard. And I said Valkyrie and then Thor. And so the first battle they get into, or one of the big battles that they all get into, him and Korg have been wandering the Earth and the galaxy with each other. So
Right.
they're best buddies in the Guardians
They're
of the
BFFs,
Galaxy, right?
yeah.
And when the Guardians drop them off so they can adventure, they're like, "All right, we're off too." And he's like, "Okay, we've been friends. We've been in it arm in arm." And so when they start fighting, he's like, "Korg, throw me!" Or they did like a tandem move, one move, and I was like, "Yes, that's how you establish friendship." In a battle scene where it's like, oh, these people are close, they love each other, these guys are really cool, and then they beat the shit out of like a bunch of enemies, but they did it together, and that was something that stuck out to me because it was like, oh, they've learned how to work together to be better fighters,
Right.
and they didn't do that with the Asian guy, with Donnie Yen and the machine gun guy in Rogue One,
Oh.
and that was the exact criticism I said of that movie, how to make them seem closer, because I said my argument has been, you don't care about those
You
characters.
show it through action.
Right. And they go, oh, we're best friends. And they talk about being best friends, but they don't do anything. Korg and Thor seem like best friends.
Yeah. It's
And-
very authentic.
Right. And so when like things start happening, it's like, oh shit, I'm worried about some of these characters because some people get taken out in this movie. People get hurt.
Some tonal shifts for sure.
Yeah, people get hurt in this movie.
Oh, for sure.
But I can go with you, JJ, on that. It was like I did like that camaraderie aspect of it.
Yeah. It's not Ragnarok. It's not Ragnarok. So you can't look at it that way. It's humorous. Yes, it's humor in here. It's
A lot-
Ragnarok
and
like
there's goofy
humor.
humor though too.
I laughed a lot in this.
So
I think there's more humor in this
In Ragnarok? I did
Yeah.
too, yeah.
so
I would call this one more of a comedy than anything.
right.
Well, Ragnarok, I think, is a comedy also.
This
but
is more of a
this
comedy.
is slapstick level, yeah.
Right. Well, that was the thing. So that's actually the big concern, and one of the big criticisms of this movie is that there's super tonal shifts.
Yes.
That's the thing that people have big problems with.
Right.
Now, that's what I had problem with No Way Home, because No Way Home
Shit.
would go from like.
You ain't lying.
No Way Home would go, spoiler alert, from Aunt May dying in a fucking explosion.
In a very, the thing about No Way Home is you have actors that are putting in there all in those scenes.
Right.
Quality actors. And it's like, you are in a superhero movie.
Right.
Bring it down just a notch.
Right.
Yeah.
And then moments later, it's like, wait, do you have spider webs come out of your butt? And it's like, that was 20 minutes, like not even 20 minutes, that was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm still mourning Aunt May, and you're over here joking about
heavy.
being in a band and doing memes and stuff. It's like that I had a problem with.
Right.
And here I understood why people had that issue. But I think you had to go in looking for that issue because Ragnarok was such a balance, like kind of like
perfectly almost.
Well, it's like those guys on the tightrope with that bar, and the bar's wiggling, but they make it across somehow. Yeah. And in this movie, I don't think they make it across as smoothly. I think there's some times where like, whoa,
that was a close call,
right?
Yeah.
Where like I'll say the goats. I didn't like the goats. You know,
the earlier reviews I saw was like, oh, the goats are great. They steal the I feel like they cut those goats out more. I didn't like the goats either.
The
goats are authentic to the comic, which is a thing that we're like, oh, where are his goats? That was a big part of Thor. They're there. They're in there too much, I think, but they're in there enough.
But it was a 2013 meme of the screaming goats, Taylor Swift screaming goats.
Yeah.
Ha! You get one and get out, but they didn't. They just like, no, let's keep screaming goats in, and so you'd have Gore doing these dramatic things. Now Gore, real quick, let's talk about Gore.
That opening, which is Christian Bale's its origin, basically.
His origin. All gods must die.
Yes,
that was great. Thor, Gore as a character. Somebody said that it was Christian Bale doing the Joker, and I like
it's not even
the Joker. That. I'm talking about Heath Ledger's Joker. Like he took some samples, and I saw it.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. He took a couple drops, and he's like
Christian Bale'd it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but I enjoyed Gore a lot.
I like Gore a lot.
And
he's might be one of my favorite villains.
Really?
Actually, I put him right with Killmonger as far as villains that have a logical explanation as to doing what they're doing.
Right.
I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Go for it, Gore. I don't blame you.
Right.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of a fuck you to religion in general, which I kind of dug.
Yeah.
Which I really did kind of dig.
Yeah. I think a lot of atheists would be happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
But what about, so you're not a big Christian Bale guy, but you were there, and Christian Bale was there, and Gore was there. What'd you think of Gore?
I like Gore.
You like Gore?
Yeah. No, like, I don't hate Christian Bale. I'm not anti-Christian Bale.
So why did you say Gore sucks, JJ?
I did not say Gore sucks.
We're trying to make TikToks here.
I said Gore sucks because I don't like horror movies, man. Gore sucks.
Spooky. No, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I totally get what you guys are saying with him maybe borrowing some Heath Ledger magic.
Yeah.
Because there were certain scenes later on in the movie where he kind of monologues, and in my head I thought he was about to say, "You want to know how I got these?"
Yeah. He even had like the posture too.
Yeah, he did.
It was like a little kind of whimsical,
a little creepy, and
court gesture even. That's
yeah.
But no, Gore, I liked his powers.
His powers are dope.
His power, he's a shadow walker, I guess you could call
Yu-Gi-Oh.
it. Yu-Gi-Oh.
All this time Yugi's just been sending people to Sin City.
Exactly. and like, so Gore is like spooky, and and I'm not gonna spoil it. We'll get to spoilers in about 10 minutes or so per the timer. But there is an element of him being like the boogeyman, and obviously through the narrative of this story being through a children's tale kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
He's a really good boogeyman.
Oh, he's creepy.
And the way they fight was really good. Like, because obviously Thor being able to just beat up everybody. We'll talk about Jane. That'll be the last thing we talk about, I think, just time permitting. She throws her hammer, and the way it just expands and kills people, I fucking love that.
That was dope. I really like that aspect. Because, Mjolnir's broken.
Right.
And it's still broken, but it can come together for her. So she can break it apart, bring it back together.
Right.
It's like little bullets that just can take out armies of people. Yeah.
But that's also kind of the problem with Thor's, because Thor can he's just one hitting people.
He hit the ground and just thunder.
Right.
Yeah.
He does it like 5 times. He's just like, all right, thunder.
Yeah, it's a special move.
Exactly.
Right.
But with Gore was like, oh, no, this is not happening. And so Christian Bale, not known as physical in like Batman sense when he's yoked out, but smaller guy. Lean in this one, and so Gore using the Necrosword or All Black Sword? What is it called?
Necrosword.
Yeah,
I believe,
All Black
like
the Necrosword. I think it's called. Like using it against this
That's
hammer,
a
which
Yu-Gi-Oh card
doesn't work. Which doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right. It somehow did work because he's like having to use his gauntlets to block it, and
that sword kills gods.
Right.
So, yeah.
And Gore is ominous. He's like formidable. That's the right word to use, because like all the other people
killed other gods, so clearly he knows what he's doing.
Right, but
They were jobber gods.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was going to say like the
According to
ones,
Zeus, yeah.
like they were jobbers. Like he was just because it seemed easy for him. But going up against Thor, who we know
He
can
was
put up a
working his
fight,
way up the tower. Yeah.
right? And the Mortal Kombat tower,
Yeah.
right? And you see Thor like, oh shit, like this guy's making monsters, grabbing me from the shadows, and his powers even are
Some
fucking
scary
great.
monsters, by the way.
Scary monsters,
Yeah.
good design. But I thought I was like, wow, this is awesome. I can't wait to see more this guy. But we'll get to spoilers in a second.
Yeah.
Jane,
Yeah.
and her stuff. What do you think about Jane?
So, as someone who read the comics and knows the whole origin of Mighty Thor and how that all goes, that was the one thing I was concerned about when I found out they were doing this. I was like, are they gonna stick to her actual story?
Which is
She has cancer, and she uses Mjolnir, and she's Mighty Thor, and she's fine. But using Mjolnir makes sure that like chemo, any therapy, her body cannot fight off her cancer, which is going to make her die quicker.
See, I didn't know that was
without
the
it.
case.
Yeah, which is super interesting, which should be its own fucking movie completely.
Right.
But they added here, and it's heavy. It was heavy in the fucking comics. But they stuck to it, which I fucking loved and respected so much.
Right.
And like I said, this movie got me in 3 ways. It was fun, it was funny, and it got me a little bit here. And that her whole thing is what got me there. Reading those comic books, and it's like I didn't think I'd actually see this story even be touched upon, let alone they actually do it.
Because I saw the premise. The premise was, oh, she got cancer,
Yeah.
and they should have made it because of Thor, because of all that.
No, that would've been worse.
No, all that radiation from the what do they call it? The Bifrost. Bifrost has to give off some.
You don't know it gives off radiation. That could be all
gotta.
natural.
Nah, you gotta.
It's Asgardian magic.
Magic to us could be fucking Chernobyl.
Yeah, no.
Right? But like, so I wish there was I wish they would have peppered that in. The
No, that would have
comic.
been super depressing.
It's a depressing thing. But so if you read the comics, it's a comic spoiler. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that Mjolnir didn't let her absorb chemo or anything else.
that
I didn't know
was
it
a
made
part
it
of it.
worse. I thought I was like, oh, she'll get better and it's sustainable.
Happy endings, yeah.
Right. I thought it was sustainable. As long as you hold on to the
Well,
hammer.
in the comic book, it is. Like, she goes on, she's a new Avenger. Like, her and fucking Sam Wilson's Captain America have many an adventure together.
Right.
Which is the route I thought they were going. Like, look, at this fucking point, just do that.
Right.
Because at least it'd be like, oh, well, I recognize all these kids. I had to suffer through Falcon Winter Soldier.
Right.
At least make that worth something.
Right.
And so that's the route I was hoping that they would do, adding Jane Foster in the mix.
Right. And that's Natalie Portman was good in it.
She was good.
And Kat Dennings was hot in it. No, just kidding. No, she's attractive. But I then should have brought up all the shit that she did in, was it Westview?
Yes.
Which was,
But does she have? I mean, she's there for her friend. I don't think.
I know. I would have been like, man, this is
So I know
bad
you're
as
going.
Westview.
I know you're going
Look, I
through
know
it.
cancer fucking sucks.
Yeah,
but
it was this
shit.
bitch in Westview
I was a carnival worker
for whatever reason. Did I tell you about that like a million times? Well, I'm gonna tell you again,
Right.
Because that was a year ago.
Well,
but
what's
still,
with you? Cancer? Like,
yeah, right.
Stage 4. How many did they go up to?
Yeah. They made look. It was such a heavy fucking subject. I like the way they handled it. Again, tonal shifts like a motherfucker, but they did it with. I think they did it with respect. I think it was just like Natalie Portman came back for a reason, and you could tell the reason why she came back to do it. Yeah.
And so other things that we could talk about, non-spoiler, because we'll talk about way more in the spoiler talk, just to kind of gauge y'all. I guess we'll do that. We'll say our final thoughts. It's my ice maker.
Oh,
Don't
good
worry.
God. Okay.
Tommy heard a snap and freaked out.
Hey, man.
Also, Maggie's joining us in the corner over there. But anyway, final thoughts, like your non-spoiler review. I'll start.
Are we giving scores in this?
We'll give scores. We'll give scores now. The spoiler review is going to be more, so we can talk about scenes, and that way there's more freedom.
Specifics.
Talk about was it Russell Crowe
Yes.
as Zeus?
Yeah.
We can't. There's things where
It was fun.
we could talk about
That
those
whole
things
scene was
there
fun, I
because
thought, yeah.
it's too much to spoil. I mean, you
Right.
have to spoil it to talk about it in
Right.
depth.
The least we spoil, the better.
At least we spoil the better here. So I'm gonna just say, man, this movie, I wanted it to be something else, but I was glad of what I got because honestly, this feels like the first one. I think another problem that people might have with it is that this is the first one in a while that feels like it's for kids also. Like,
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
A lot of ass
there's a
shots
lot
in
of
this, but
ass shots. There's a
There's
lot
mentions of orgies.
Orgies,
jokes.
yeah. Some mature humor in this.
But I think that a lot of the shit that we watched as kids had that stuff in there
Oh,
too.
it did.
Nah,
No,
I
it's-
distinctly don't remember any orgies.
It was violence.
Ours was violence.
Orgy talk with violence, and yes,
Right.
we had that.
No, but like the violence and like there's some scenes I would get into where kids are in legit peril for a moment. I tell you guys, I tell you all the time, I want to see kids in peril.
Or
And
just die.
Or just
Would you
die.
see that too? So
I don't know.
Spoiler.
Wait, people.
it's in the opening.
Oh, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I countered that for the sake of non-spoiling.
Yeah,
because I
no, it's
didn't
a
think-
completely different scene involving children.
Oh,
but the opening of this movie,
Right.
and a part of Gore's origin.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
thing is that like, kids need to know that peril exists.
Yes.
That life is real.
Oh, they know.
And you know what? And you know what? Mentions of orgies. I think that I want those kids to be like, "What's an
balance.
orgy?" And their parents be like, "Shut up, kid," because I know I was that kid at one point, asking for things that they made jokes about.
Yeah.
And man,
But they can look it
butts.
up on the internet now.
Right.
It's fine.
But then man, butt,
Yeah.
sometimes there needs to be a movie where the mom goes and closes her kid's eyes because it then creates excitement for the kids because they're seeing things they're not supposed to see.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts. And this is also another thing, real quick, I'm going to mention, and I called this movie, and you can go back and listen to the review that we did. Super gay. I called it.
I love that.
I called it. You
that
remember
part
I called it?
really, truly love.
Do you remember I
did.
called
you called it?
I said,
and
this
it
is gonna be
it is unapologetically just like,
Yeah.
so the fuck what?
Right.
And it,
Everybody's
I
fucking
love
gay
that.
in this movie. It is
Yeah.
wonderful. And
I wonder how that woman from Eternals felt watching this.
Which one?
That was in the theater with us. That groaned at every part that Tyree
Henry, yeah.
and his husband had in that movie.
Oh, that's right.
She would have. Her fucking head exploded in this one.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
And you know what? I was like, good for you, Taika.
I love it.
Thank you. Like, cause I
And it's done. I love the way it's done. It's just fuck it. Yeah.
Because here's what
this
happened.
is how this goes.
Yeah, well, I watched Our Flags means death, and that turned super gay.
Yes, it does.
Very gay, and we're saying gay in the most obviously positive way.
Yeah, super positive way.
And
Super positive way.
And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. Well, I looked at that opening, that trailer where he's looking lovingly into Chris Pratt's eyes, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna throw this in a lot." Valkyrie had a deleted scene where she lost her girlfriend in Ragnarok, so she's already bisexual or gay.
Super acknowledged that you lost your love in battle, and she has a little moments with some of the women.
Other
Zeus's
Valkyries,
women.
sisters. Oh yeah, Zeus's women and stuff. So it
does something a lot of men used to do in movies.
Yeah,
which I loved.
Yeah, and so, that's a huge positive. There's a lot of chunks of positive with little bits of things that tonally, like I said, the goats.
Tonally,
goats were a little weird, and there's a little bit of like, all right, move it along here at certain points, mostly regarding some of the children. There's some children in this movie.
Never felt that.
I was like, all right, guys, move it along. But obviously, I think the themes of this movie of gods letting people down, of expanding the gods in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and how Jesus is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Was Jesus there? I didn't see
He
him.
mentions, there's like this. There's a carpenter god.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I was like,
because I
you
was thinking
son
about
of a-
that one, and I was like, well, carpenter god, and I just kind of moved past it.
Right.
Makes sense. I'm sure he was there.
It's gonna be fucking shout out to EA Voss, the fucking
I mean, they
new
did.
rock stars.
I
It's gonna be
know.
Jesus in the corner.
I know for that scene, they did some research because you see, like, it's spoilers. It's
Oh no! Wait.
Okay.
You see many a god.
yeah,
in-
and they some specific ones in there,
Right.
And I love seeing that.
Right. There's we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, my rating, God. I walked out like a little underwhelmed because I called the shot most everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It was very predictable. That was the other downside.
Yeah, you said that,
But
and
I-
I didn't think you like. Okay, but go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
no.
I'll get to it.
I knew where everything was going.
Okay.
And even though I didn't watch too many spoilers of it, it was God, I gave what's his name? I gave Batman 7.5, and that's much worse now.
You don't reduce yours like me.
I did.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, that Batman is so much worse now. Even after Multiverse.
It's really not good.
I don't know what I gave Multiverse of Madness,
should
but this
be
is
good.
higher than that. Let's give it an 8. I'm going to go 8 on this one because it's fun. And as much as I hate 80s schlock, like for just...
It's got to be done right.
It's got to be done right. It did it right. I just
Yeah.
am tired of it. I don't like it. But
You didn't even watch Stranger Things. So.
which why I don't watch Stranger Things because
They do it right also, but yeah.
JJ, I'm gonna pass it to you because I've been talking a lot.
7.
7.
No.
What? Yeah, it's right there. Yeah,
It's right there.
I feel like JJ kind of agrees with both of them.
Right. I guess is there anything unique that we didn't bring up that you really enjoyed
Or
or disliked?
No, I'm right there with you where it's like it is really predictable. Like you can see where it's going pretty much everywhere. Like when it gets to certain points, all right, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. But that's all right. Like that's fine sometimes. Like it's not. There's a reason they're cliches. They're cliches for a reason. It's because they work.
Right.
So like,
I can. You know what? I'll say this to that credit. I can't put Thor Ragnarok in the background. I think this is a movie I could definitely put on in the background. I could put this. I think if this runs on like it's never gonna. If this runs on TBS type of movie,
Disney Plus a couple months.
Right. Well, but I'm talking about broadcast television. Right. You could leave it running and you'd be like, oh, I like this part. Oh, right. I like this part. It's not so conjoined and it's not so heavy that you can't just pick it up at anywhere in the middle and know what the hell's going on. Tommy, the McGrew review.
Yeah. So originally, I want to give this movie an 8.5. That's what I want to give it, but I know me. I'll find something that technical, or if I watch it again, I'll find something where I'm like, that wasn't great. I don't know if I will, though. Like I said, I completely just vanquished the MCU from this shit
and it's
as
real
much
easy
as
to,
I could. And it was very easy to. And you say, like, you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
This is the most movie there is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a movie. Like I said, you go to movies for those 3 reasons. It hits all those 3 reasons. You know, the fun, funny, I teared up.
Feel a little something.
I teared up.
Add a 4th one, AC. AC is the 4th reason.
Hot as fuck.
AC is
hot. That was the original reason people started going to the movies. But yeah, so it hit all those bullet points. Like I said, I laughed. I teared up. I had a blast. I was like, I could have done 10 to 15 more minutes of this and I would have been just fine. And walked out like, yeah, that didn't waste my time at all.
Not at
all. I give it a
solid
8. Solid 8.
Yeah.
Very solid 8.
Yeah.
It's not an MCU. It's not an MCU movie in my mind. It's its own thing.
You might even go 8.3. I think you're higher than me. I think you're higher than me.
Yeah, I am. I think I'm higher than all of us.
Yeah, because it's more solid. Mine is like it barely hit like when you do like a high jump at the combine, the NFL combine, you barely hit that little lever.
Yeah.
Mine barely hit the little lever on 8.
Right.
Yours hit it and might have been hitting 9.
Kind of tapped the 9 a little.
Yeah. It was like, oh, did he? No. Oh, just 8. Okay.
Yeah. So
it's a fine film.
It's a fun movie.
It is a
This
fine
is why you
film.
go to. It's a straight up summer movie.
Right.
Go have fun, and don't think anything of it because Marvel sucks, and we'll talk more about that in the spoiler.
We will. But that said,
I have a quick. What did you give it, Mags?
oh, Maggie's off the corner.
I know.
over
I just want to. Her opinion matters.
It does.
What would you give it at one out of 10?
She's thinking.
Yeah, I think I give it like around an 8.
Yeah,
8. Everyone say 8.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It's fun.
She's about what we are.
I think it brings it like because JJ 7. I think it brings like 7.8 just by the transitive properties, which I think is a fair assessment.
Perfectly fair.
But I think it's one of those enjoyable 7.8.
Far better than fucking Doctor Strange, which I rewatched.
I rewatched it.
Not good.
I rewatched it too.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm like,
not that good, man.
This looks way better. First and foremost, this looks way better.
It does look.
Sam
way
Raimi,
better.
all due respect,
Stay out of the
you
MCU.
stay out of the. Well, not only that. Stop using the green screen so much. Like these green screen, but at least
you
the
can tell it
world's
here.
lived in and they feel good.
World, yeah, it's obvious green screen here
Right.
too, but it's just like it's almost like he purposely made it look like green screen.
Yeah.
Kind of adds to the whole thing.
Right. Now, that being said, the
Yeah.
Illuminati had to be shot in a closet, but it didn't have to
Jesus.
look like it was shot in a closet.
When no one was on set together.
Right. With
Yeah.
like a billion headspace
It's-
like pieces.
You can see the line. You can see the key line. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah. Taika, you done did good.
I trust Taika. I'm not even that much of a fanboy, but I trust the man.
Well, people are saying.
Actually, I am. I fucking love what we do in the shadow. So yeah.
Well, some people are saying that he's going the way of Lin-Manuel Miranda of oversaturation.
Don't you ever fucking say some shit like that. That motherfucker is the devil.
How is
Taika is not the devil because he made In the Heights, Sammy, and that was fucking torture for me to sit through. And I still don't forgive you for that shit. Fuck you.
Hey.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's the Excellence.
You brought it up.
We have to watch Washington Heights. We have to watch the Washington Heights. All right?
I had a trick. You triggered me with that. Don't ever bring up
No, but that was a real thing that people were saying.
Why?
It's a real thing that people were saying. Was that
How
Taika
and why?
Because the same way you feel about Lin-Manuel Miranda being kind of corny, kind of goofy,
Oh, he is the
and
epitome.
All right, corny, goofy, oversaturated,
Yes.
and potentially even overrated.
Right.
A lot
Very
of people.
much that.
A lot of people are saying that Taika is starting to skirt into that territory of those
How?
things.
Because of this one movie?
No, because this isn't his one project. He's
He's done
got so many
greatness.
things.
It's still to
going-
come.
And he's got a Star Wars, and he's got what we do in the shadows
Right.
4.
And he ain't fucked none of that shit up yet. So
I mean,
Skip
people
him, man.
were saying that about Lin-Manuel as well.
Right. Encanto is
Hamilton
a
is
hit.
shit. Hamilton is shit.
No, Hamilton's great.
Hamilton is not great.
Encanto is still doing for the children.
I
It's big
refuse to
numbers.
watch it.
Right. No, but the music itself.
Whatever. I don't
We
give a
don't
flying-
talk about Bruno.
This is why
It's on the
kids have-
radio.
fuck these kids. If that's what they're listening, fuck you kids. I don't care. Listen. Wish you the
Started
best of luck
another
in your
generational
futures.
war.
Oh my
guys.
God! Now he's attacking literal children.
Gen Alpha, what's up? What's up? If you're watching that, don't watch that
Tommy,
shit.
drink some
Tommy,
water.
drink some water. Tommy, drink some water. Who's switching cameras? I'm switching cameras.
Apparently you're doing
It's
poorly.
me. No, I think they just wondering who's. I think they thought Maggie was my producer. I don't know, but so what do you think, producer Maggie? Let's make it that way because you guys.
She's
can't
got a
see my
clipboard and everything.
Exactly. But also, by the way, Sam_Brews, very good. I think he says the movie is. I don't know if you can see it. You guys can. Oh, you can scroll. But yeah, the chat. Let us know what you
I need
think.
both.
Here, let's actually. Can you scroll?
Tie, tie,
Can you scroll for me a little bit? Yeah, I want to see what the people are saying.
Up or down?
It's a 6 for me. Rakim, it's Kat Dennings. The goat sucked. Sammy, it's heel pain. Oh, I guess it's my things. Christian Bale's brother character looked like Voldemort had a brother, and Tommy got rid of the Brixton hat. You still have the Brixton hat.
I still have many.
Well,
But yeah, no. Yeah, he does. Gore the God Butcher looks nothing. He looks like Voldemort in the comics, which
Yeah.
clearly is why they didn't knock
it.
his nose off.
Harry
He has the teeth a little bit, yeah, but yeah, he doesn't look like comic Gore that much. And also, I want another one of these, at least one more. Let Taika have his Thor trilogy. Let him, even if it's Chris Hemsworth's last one.
I know Chris Hemsworth apparently enjoys doing the fucking role.
Great,
so.
because they
You can tell.
look.
Yeah.
No, I just have one request for the next. Give me fucking Beta Ray Bill already.
Oh,
I
he's
want
coming.
Beta Ray Bill.
He's
You
coming.
can't have a
He was
Thor.
in Guardians.
No, it was a statue. Oh, what? Guardian? What do you mean?
There was a skeleton of him.
He's alive. It was just a species, JJ.
Just a species. No,
You don't kill Beta Ray.
Real quick, okay.
He's fine.
Since we're talking fun, and this is the end of the,
Yeah.
well, we're gonna get into spoilers in the fun a little bit. My brother loves Beta Ray Bill.
He's a great character.
Other than his name being really cool, and him
It's going to
also
be hard
having-
to create him.
Well, that's what I want to ask.
Yeah.
Other than having a cool name, being a dinosaur Thor, also
like a horse dinosaur
Also, they
thing,
turned
yeah.
Thor into like an adjective. Oh, you're a cool Thor, Jane.
No, stop.
Oh,
Cut
go
that
ahead.
shit off. No, stop.
Easy there.
This is I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm aggressive today.
I'm just asking about Beta Ray Bill.
No, because Lin-Manuel Miranda got brought up. Here's the thing, though.
He's the real Voldemort. He who should not be named.
So that's a whole misconception with Thor. So let's clear that up now. If you don't read the comics, a
Right.
lot of people would know.
Right.
Thor is it's not a person. It's what you are. If Mjolnir says, "Hey, you got the power."
Wait, so what about Thor Odinson?
Odinson is really what Thor's technical name is.
It's Thor Odinson.
It's Thor Odinson.
Because Thor Odinson is a surname.
No. Thor is just a title. Think of Thor as a title. His real name would just be Odinson.
But he never had the. Wait, when was the
But
hammer
he's
made?
always Thor.
When
The
was
hammer
the-
was made before he was around.
Okay.
And it's just a thing that Asgardians, that's his thing. The hammer is his because, he
Wait, so I'm trying to think because
Okay.
he was already called Thor by the time he said, "If you had the power of Thor, be worthy
he
to
had it
have
at
the
a young
power."
Yeah, he had it at a young age. So he's Thor. That's his title. It's like King.
He was the first wielder. of
Yes, he was the
Thor.
first wielder of Mjolnir. So, yeah.
But the enchantment wasn't.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just saying because he made the enchantment in the movie in the
Yeah.
MCU of for whoever be worthy shall be granted the power of Thor.
The power of
so
Thor.
Thor is
Right, as in the title.
Yeah,
You will
that's
be
like
granted
the power, of the king.
God.
Yes, there you go. So Mighty Thor is Jane Foster. She's Thor Jane Foster. If you want to have that, that's how it goes. Thor happens when Mjolnir says, "Hey, you got
so
the
then
power."
Thor can't be Thor because he's got Stormbreaker.
He's still. God damn it, man!
What? How is that not a valid thing? He lost Mjolnir.
We know him as Thor, so we just kind of keep it. That's not consider Thor his superhero name.
Sure, and then Beta
It's
Ray
confusing,
Bill.
I know.
Beta Ray Bill has like an
Also
axe.
has the power.
But it's not Mjolnir.
No, it's Stormbreaker.
Beta Ray Bill has Stormbreaker.
Yeah, he has
Oh, what?
Stormbreaker is his technically.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
never it's Thor's in the MCU. Originally in the comics, it was Beta Ray Bill's. It was a gift from Odin, I believe.
Yeah.
Because Beta Ray Bill was worthy of it because he beat the shit out of Thor.
Oh my god! Oh, but it was a hammer though. It wasn't an axe. It looks like. Let me see.
It was more of a It was more like a bulbous hammer than
Right,
an
and there's
axe. It had
Beta
an
Ray
axe
Bill.
end on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
He's straight CGI. They create him.
But why is he so cool other than being a cool
Fucking-
dinosaur
he's just
Thor?
awesome, man. I don't know why.
Like-
it's a weird thing with Beta Ray. He's just badass.
Because everybody loves Beta Ray Bill.
You can't not love Beta Ray Bill. His name is Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, it's a weird like for a dinosaur,
creature, horse thing. Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Is he?
They cut him in Ragnarok. I still don't know what the fuck he is. I just know he's awesome. And they cut him out of Ragnarok, which was to me blasphemy.
Well, maybe we'll get Beta Ray Bill, but we're dead.
Yeah.
Speechless. What?
Let's get into
We're
some
gonna,
spoilers.
Well,
shit.
no, we're gonna take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
We're gonna do some ads. I'm gonna look at the chat, see what the chat's up to. They've been talking. They've been chatting. We'll do some ads, and then we'll come right back with spoilers. So if you've seen it already, stick around. If you haven't seen it, then thank you for watching. It's time for you to go. Bye. Get out of here. Go on. We'll be right back. And we're back. Welcome, everybody, to the spoiler talk for Thor, Love and Thunder. Da, 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 da. Let me just start the timer real quick, get back on track. If you're watching right now and you've not seen Thor, Love and Thunder, and you want to see Thor, Love and Thunder without it being spoiled, it's time for you to leave. If you've seen it, or you don't care about spoilers,
Yeah, I'm one of those people.
you're right where you need to be.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you plenty of time to just bugger off.
5 seconds. is
Leave, go, be gone. The title of this says spoiler review.
Yeah.
We're in that part. You missed the non-spoiler review. Spoilers.
enough. Goodbye. If you're
Goodbye.
leaving us.
I'm going to put it in the chat. What do they say over there with taints? Can't taint.
It got me.
Jesus Christ. Spoilers ahead. Boom. Now you know, and knowing's half a battle. Welcome, medics. It's been a while. Haven't seen you. But Beta Ray Bill talk aside, we're getting to the spoilers for Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah. It's really
I
only
love
one.
I love that the children are in peril in this one.
Yeah, you really
right off
like
the bat, kid fucking dies of starvation.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of kids get fucking kidnapped by spooky shadow ghosts.
See, those kids are traumatized.
I love that.
It ain't no fucking way they're not.
Oh yeah, because I was like, why do they keep cutting
The
these fucking
boogeyman
kids?
steals them
Right.
out of their beds.
Out of their beds. I was like, why do they keep showing the kids in the window? Like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I was
And then
wondering
they
what's up with these kids? Like,
and
are they tourists? Or
get
do they
fucking
live here?
Snatched, and I'm like, that's neat as fuck.
That's great.
Because I want stakes. They
You
should
love
have
the
been more
stakes.
terrified though. Like Baby Heimdall being able to be like, "Hi Thor, how you doing,
okay,
man?"
did they establish that early or did they do it just at the end?
They did it with his floating head. That's it.
What do you mean?
Remember we
I went
called
to the bathroom
oh yes. So when they did the town hall meeting after the kids got kidnapped,
That's
they're-
where I left.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So Heimdall's son comes up as a little black floating head. Oh, wow, that's kind of racist. I'm sorry.
A little bit.
I meant to. No. I didn't mean to say black.
I know. Yeah,
floating
you're
head.
fine.
It was a,
Slip of the tongue.
It was a translucent was the word. It
Yeah.
was like a bubble, thought bubble. That's
Right.
the word I was looking for. That was bad. But he's like, "Hey Thor, we're kind of scared here."
Nope.
And he's like, "Wait, Heimdall, our Heimdall's son. Was it like
Axel.
Arceus or Axel? No, they called him Axel.
Yeah.
But he's like, we taught you how to use your dad's powers. I'm gonna help you tap into that." And then Thor does the thing, and he teleports
Connects
to
like
the
he
kids.
connects to Heimdall. Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. That the first time they did it, I was like, okay, cool. They're not gonna do that too much. Then they did it like 2 more times,
Yeah.
or at least 1 more time. And I
I
was
like
like,
those scenes though.
I wanted those kids to feel isolated and alone. I wanted more
God, you a
spooky.
sick bastard.
I wanted more spooky story times with gore. That was spooky.
That was spooky. It's like just he can manifest out of shadows, which is so creepy.
and not only that, he like chopped off a weasel's head and threw it at the kids.
As a
Like,
joke.
As a joke.
Yeah, just to freak them the fuck out.
I want kids to be like, "Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. Gods are not real and everything doesn't
Fuck with
exist."
their minds. Yeah, just
Right. They need to be
it is PG-13 also.
right, but they need that's good for the children's. But that was some of the things I just wanted to bring right off the bat before we get into obviously the I guess I don't even know what was it called, the land of like
Shadow Realm.
no
Shadow
not the Shadow Realm, the gods one.
Oh, what Zeus is?
Yeah, it was like imperfection or no perfection.
City.
Huh? Omnipotent
City.
City.
Yeah. It's where the gods hang out
That's
and
where
have
the
orgies.
gods hang out and have orgies
And hide.
and hide from Thor the God Butcher. Where do you want to start with your spoiler, Tommy? Like a spoiler that you want to talk about? Because I talked about obviously the kids.
Yeah, yeah.
And
we
like
can start there actually, because I mean, nothing really. I mean, literally, the movie is just Korg telling a story up to a good like 20 minutes of it, and then Jane and her struggle, and Mjolnir calls to her. I like the little flashback of their relationship. Really fills in that little bit. Like it was a real relationship.
Yeah, it's like a little rom-com
which I liked.
thing,
It
yeah.
was like a little rom-com that had a realistic ending, and I'm like, okay, like he talks about her in other films. She's in the first two worst ones.
Right.
So if you just saw Ragnarok where he talks about her enough to where it's like, oh, he was in
It
love
didn't
with
work
this
out,
woman.
yeah.
Yeah, and you go into this one, that's really all you need because they fill in the rest of the gaps for you. And this is Cancer Jane, unfortunately.
Right.
Which she's a completely different character, honestly. She doesn't I don't know if she has much character in those other two besides being a doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
In this, she has personality. She's vulnerable. You see a fit. Like, she gets to act in it. Natalie Portman gets to actually act.
She's so good.
She's so good. Like, she was fucking just, you love her so much in this.
Right.
Just the way she walks and how she's still new to the whole, like, she doesn't really superly know how to be a superhero, but she knows, I don't want to go out like this. I want to do something before I do. And
Right.
that's where she's coming from. And that is just, it's so fucking like heartbreaking and heartwarming to see
Right.
that. She's the heart of this fucking movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Hands down. Like, she
Because
keeps
Thor's
this
kind
shit
of a
pumping.
dipshit most of the time,
It's
honestly.
Thor being Thor.
He's
which-
having a fucking buddy comedy romance with Mjolnir and Stormbreaker.
That shit was funny.
That's-
I laughed my ass off. Like, Mjolnir's jealous as hell. Like, just like he's having these talks with
Stormbreaker, you
Mjolnir.
mean.
Yeah,
Stormbreaker
Stormbreaker. He's having
jealous.
talks with Mjolnir. Like, I see you moved on quickly. That's
Right.
That's nice. And then Jane will come and like just swoop up Mjolnir, walk off.
And the Stormbreaker's
and
just,
all
like,
of a sudden,
sneaking
he's just Stormbreaker's hovering behind Thor. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
We were
It was
just talking.
We were just talking.
and Stormbreaker got jealous to the point where he stopped working with the Bifrost.
Yeah. He was like, oh, this other guy wants me. Gore, I'll help him.
Right. It's like weird. Like it was like I said.
I love that
Like I
weirdness
said,
stuff.
kind of gay, like romance type of thing because we don't know what
Well,
gender
you don't
these
know.
are.
Mjolnir's
They
no
don't have
gender.
right?
They just love each other.
But it's
they're just
like-
connected.
Right, but it's because like I think that's part of it too. If you want to not ignore that, that's one of the themes of this movie.
Yeah.
Because Mjolnir, especially, at least bisexual, whatever it is, because obviously it cared enough to. That was the whole thing. It had an enchantment to care
About Jane, yeah.
and so it took care of Jane. But Thor obviously has more than just a friendship romance.
Well, he can still lift it, which is the thing. Yeah.
Right.
Like, he can still lift it, so it's not like Mjolnir's not like, fuck you.
Right.
It's just like, no, I'm with her now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm with
You're
her
nice,
now.
but I'm with her now.
Right. And
Yeah.
and then Stormbreaker, like legit getting jealous, floating.
Yeah.
And being weird. I'm
And
like,
dare I say, Mjolnir's more powerful with Jane than it is with him.
Right.
Because she could break it apart and bring it back
right.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, Stormbreaker's kind of a punk bitch, actually. You
Yeah,
know,
I lost a lot of respect for Stormbreaker.
Yeah, we thought
actually.
Stormbreaker almost killed Thanos and chopped off his head.
Yeah,
I'm like,
did kill Thanos.
Yeah.
Spoiler, sorry. Oh, that's what we're here. That's why we're here.
We're here,
spoil-
fucking
we
spoil
spoiled everything.
Only thing I really liked was Heimdall making an unexpected return by seeing Roy Kent as Hercules. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, those are
a little
the
bit.
stingers. Yeah, we'll talk about those.
But yeah, no, it was like was an interesting other layer, which I didn't sell for me super hard. Like I wasn't laughing at it as like hard.
Really?
I was
thought
like,
it
okay, that's kind of
charming.
funny.
I liked it. I thought it was weird and just like,
It was
I
weird.
like weird. So,
Yeah, it was weird, and I appreciate it for being weird.
Right.
JJ, is there anything you want to spoil right off the bat that you liked?
No, I think I mentioned the Shadow Realm and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, no, but the Shadow Realm, the chromatic, it was
I
wasn't
love
just
that.
black and white. It was
It was
chromatic.
chromatic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
And-
Like
Sin
if
City.
you have a little bit of light,
Sin City.
it'll.
That's what you were saying. I
It
like,
was
Sin
very
City. I had
Sin
to gloss
City,
back 'cause I
yeah.
know what you're talking about. Sin City.
That makes
The
sense.
comic book movie, because you said Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
And which is the Shadow Realm.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you said Sin City, but I thought Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a Sin City, and I didn't know what you were talking
Yeah,
about.
that lost me too.
Yu-Gi-Oh sends people to the Shadow Realm,
Yes.
which is just Sin City.
Which
To
is
Frank
Sin
Miller's
City.
Sin City.
Frank Miller's Sin City. Where, and I mentioned color was a big theme there
Yeah.
because that's what I didn't want to spoil.
Right.
Was that the Shadow Realm just desaturates everything.
everything.
Where like color
Which is
color
fun.
itself is afraid to go. Like that's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
And the fact that Gore,
And it's a weird planet to the scale of it. You know how like in your car, you like objects may seem closer than they appear.
Right.
It's that as a planet to where it's like, oh, it's this huge. Oh no, it's not. It's just this rock.
Right.
It's like it's not that big.
right.
Your eyes deceived you.
Eyes deceive you.
Yeah.
And then they had like a hut with like those plastic meat curtains.
Yeah.
Like to cover like for butchers.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it all tarps? That's
It was
kind of eerie.
weird. Yeah, it was very unsettling.
Yeah, I liked it.
I did
That
too.
was probably more scary than Wanda's bullshit. honestly.
Wanda's not that scary.
Wanda, yeah, they try to make Wanda like this big horror thing. This did
like-
horror better
that
than
absolutely did
than
horror
Multiverse of
far
Madness.
better. And it was more of a comedy.
Right.
Yeah.
And because children were gonna get murdered. Like,
Yeah.
that's stakes.
Wanda's not scary.
Yeah.
Because she's going to be a good guy the next time you see him.
Well,
more than
I
likely.
don't know. Is she? Or is she
that-
dead?
no,
or-
that's what in the comics. That's what she does. She'll be a
slays?
villain one issue and be a fucking helping them out the next. Like she's complicated.
Right. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't. Yeah. Like that movie left me so unfulfilled, even though I liked a lot of things in it.
Super. Yeah, I like one scene in it. In retrospect, that scene, I'm like, you didn't really need to put it in there. I still like it as this weird short film in and of itself.
Right.
The rest of that movie, it is it's no madness.
Right.
It's barely any multiverses.
Right.
False advertising.
False advertising.
False advertising.
Also, another thing, real quick, to talk about going back to that gay point.
Mm-hmm.
Valkyrie. Oh boy.
I love Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson is a powerhouse, man.
She's great. I could see a Valkyrie
great.
movie. One thing in this movie, her and Natalie Portman have a scene to where it's like they know each other because Natalie Portman, by the time you discover she's Mighty Thor, she's been in New Asgard for a little bit.
Yeah.
She's still figuring out, but you already know. You don't even need to see a scene to know that her and Valkyrie would get along.
Right.
And so they just
I thought they were going to be romantic for half a second.
No, I didn't think that. But it's a legit buddy cop thing kind of that they have to where it's like, I could have saw a whole movie with just those two. We didn't need Chris. Oh, we love Chris Hemsworth. We didn't need him. Like, I could have saw a Mighty Thor Valkyrie movie and would have been like,
quite
that's
frankly,
legit. They have great chemistry.
Well, not only that, Mighty Thor was the inverse, right? Where it was like Thor, they're both dying from this magical sword or weapon.
Yeah.
That parallel was fucking awesome.
I love the parallel.
Where Thor was just like, you're like me. God's gonna help you save your girlfriend, you punk bitch.
Yeah.
You suck, Thor.
Yeah.
Like,
he went to each of them and just talk shit.
Not only talk shit, but talk shit to the core.
Yeah.
But Valkyrie
Got real deep.
But Valkyrie, oh my God, she was so attractive to me like the whole time.
She's
Just
half of
her
yours,
energy, huh?
She's half of yours.
Half of mine.
The
Afro-Latina?
culture
Yeah.
shares Tessa Thompson.
Oh,
yeah.
she's like wonderful.
Half Mexican, half black.
Yeah, because is she Mexican?
She's half
I
Mexican.
said, what?
Yeah.
How did I not know this?
Born and raised in L.A., so she's in your neck of the woods.
That's culturally. She might be Chicana, but because you can pull that. Hold on. And she's, oh, wow.
A native Californian.
She is, I thought she was like my age. She's a bit older than me.
She's older than me.
Shit.
Doesn't look it at all. She,
No, I was about to
she
say,
looks younger than both
she
of us.
doesn't look like I was, wait a minute. It was at 83, and I'm like, wait a minute. I
Yeah,
thought she was
yeah.
like 32.
Yeah, at most.
Ethnicity. That's Mark Anthony Thompson's Afro-Panamanian.
You're close enough.
Oh, but her mother's half Mexican, half
There you go.
European. So, she's all sorts of things.
She's a lot of
That
things.
makes a lot of sense. Why
Mexicans in there, though.
Mexicans in there.
So there you go.
But yeah, no, but like I just love that. Like her whole just mourning and having to just like fight with like
She hates being a king.
I don't want to do
despises
this. I miss my girlfriend or my wife
wanna
or whatever.
fight.
I just want
I'm
to
a
fight.
Valkyrie.
I'm just full of rage. I like that. Korg having two dads. They did the America Chavez.
That's the part. No, that's the part. Like, no, they did it better than fucking Doctor Strange did
Right.
it. Doctor Strange just, it's one little scene. As this is only like a couple scenes that they acknowledge it here. But I think the way they acknowledged it was more stuck hard and was like, fuck you if you don't like this, than it was in goddamn Doctor Strange.
Right.
And here, like, Korg tells his story. It's like, no, two dudes got to get it on by a lava pit, and then we're born. It is no women.
You put your hands in the lava.
Yeah, they
It was
hold
like
hands.
6 months later.
6 months later, he's like, and he met a guy named Phil.
No, hold on. Spoiler alert here.
What was it?
Dwayne.
Dwayne, yeah,
Well,
with a
that's-
great mustache.
Korg came with a rock named Dwayne. That was funny. Hold on. Let me see
That
if I
was great. I love that
I was
scene.
launching one of my own, now that my body's grown back. With a dude I met called Dwayne.
A dude I met called Dwayne. It was Dwayne.
Dwayne, it was Dwayne, yeah.
A dude I met. And I just thought that, like, he's got the mustache.
With a great mustache.
It's like so
I was like,
stupid.
yes. I was like, fuck yeah.
But like, if someone like Korg and it's like, nope, he's gay, or rather likes men or males, or dads.
Well, no,
male,
because
yeah.
that's all they have. So, yeah.
right. All rock men.
They're all rock men.
And so, but like, deal with it, fucker.
Yeah, and that's the part I liked about it.
So cute.
I'm sorry, it's spoilers. Clearly bootlegged, of course, from the internet. Yeah. But that's the, shut up. We said black don't crack. That's dumb. But yeah, just throwing those pieces in, getting
Yeah.
people all mad. I fucking love it. I love it when it's also not a big show. It's just what it is.
It's what it is.
Right? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like, oh, well, now Tessa Thompson needs to
Huge
make out with
emphasis.
2 women because
No.
she's gay.
I love it. She does a little swashbuckling thing like you would have saw in like an old-timey pirate movie to where the damsels are there. She does some heroic shit, then just grabs one of their hands, kisses it, winks, and
Oh, does she kiss one?
she does.
Oh, I forgot. I
Yeah.
didn't even
Well,
think
she
about-
kisses her hand.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she kisses her hand, kind of winks, and then goes off to be a hero, as you've seen a million times
Right.
men do. Yeah.
Right. And dare someone have a fucking problem with it.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, people.
That's what I like about it.
But those are the type of things I just like seeing in
like
movies.
seeing
and that brings us to, what was it?
That will be coming soon to Star Wars, by the way. So if you have a problem with that,
I almost said impotent city. Omnipotent city.
Omnipotent.
It's definitely not an impotent city because there's talks of orgies.
Orgies everywhere.
God orgies.
yeah, with Aztec gods. and
Aztec. Quetzalcoatl's there.
You saw that. I love that. I was like,
And
oh,
he's blue.
shit. They had African gods there. I'm like, hey, okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
They also had Shang-Chi, the snake was
Yep.
from Shang-Chi. That
Yeah.
was that one, the
Yeah, no, I
guardian
remember
snake.
it, yeah.
Bao, the Bao
I don't know
god.
if that's the dumpling god. I don't know if
Dumpling
that's a
god.
real thing, but maybe.
I can't. I think
can't
it was
vouch
just to
for
be an
that
anime
one.
character. That shit was hilarious.
That was funny.
I thought it was fucking dumb,
It's such
but
a weird movie.
It's such a weird
So
movie,
fucking weird, which is what I love.
right? But that scene as a whole, that shit was
It
crazy.
was hilarious. And fucking Russell Crowe was having a blast too.
He was
hilarious.
I hated his accent. I don't even know if it was Greek. Was
it
it
was
Greek?
it was like someone trying to put on a Greek act. It was supposed to be Greek.
And people said it was Greek.
It
I
was
don't know what
supposed to be
Greek sound like.
It kind of sounds like that, yeah.
I don't know what Greeks sound like.
Yeah, they sound. Watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding, or a clip from it, and you'll be like, okay, yeah, no, that's about right.
Come, I made you lamb. Okay, that was about right. Yeah,
That's
because
about right,
the
yeah.
gods. Yeah,
But I love the fact they made him Greek.
they
It's
made him
like-
Greek.
I'm like, I thought you guys would have overlooked that, but I like that you
I
made him
kind of like
Greek.
that he was kind of schlubby too.
Yeah.
Like, not to say that Russell Crowe looks
He's a
bad or
guy that-
anything, but
he's
like,
a guy that just like, I just have orgies all day and just
Right.
say fuck it.
right, eat
yeah.
grapes and have my beard and just like have what was the lightning bolt?
The lightning
His
bolt weapon,
powerful
yeah.
weapon. He was great, and the big theme about this movie is just gods being dickheads.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
love that
so
thing
good.
so much.
It was a little clumsy in the beginning. I thought after Gore's kid died in the fucking desert.
Oh, that was
And-
on the first scene with where he first gets the power and kills that god that he prayed to that did nothing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought that was a little on the nose.
It was not only on the nose, but just clumsy. Like, 'cause-
Yeah, it was rushed. I think.
Well, it
more
was
so
that,
than
not only
anything.
that, it was just like Christian Bale's putting on like I think he overdid the acting because he had to establish Gore being
It was
kind
like
of
two different movies.
desperate,
Like he was
right?
acting in another movie.
Right,
Yeah.
because he was just like, we pray to you. We're the last one.
Giving his Christian Bale all.
Right,
Yeah.
and then that guy he was just so dismissive so quickly. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
He was such a dickhead. He could have been like, "Oh well, thank you for praising me, but you're of no use here." And he's like, "What?" It should have been like a slower, less like.
Yeah.
It's where it
It's
was
rushed.
like
It feels rushed.
where
yeah.
it was like, "Oh wait, what? You're not going to help us?" He's like, "Why would I help you? You're not anything." Like it should have been more subtle,
Right.
and he should have got madder and madder the more it pushed.
Yeah.
But no, it was like, "Ha! What are you, fucking idiot? You eating my grapes? What are you doing? You stupid asshole!"
It's very over the top.
And then the Necrosword was like, "Cool,
Well,
stab him in the neck."
I choose you. Yeah.
I choose you. Stabs him in the neck. They hung on it though. That was also
It was
neat
violent.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
He chops his head off.
Chops his head off. And then Gore was like, "Fuck all the gods." And
Marvel
then,
credit, opening credit.
Yep.
yeah.
And then the gods are assholes. All
They
of
all
them.
suck.
Makes me think like Jesus is an asshole. Quetzalcoatl's an
If the
asshole.
carpenter god was there, I mean,
Right,
he was
Carpenter
hanging out
God.
too.
That's so
that
but
was
like,
so subtle and great.
it was just so crazy, and the fact that just the orgy. You're not invited to the orgy. You just kept getting brought up. I like that all of them bleed gold. That
do
was
too.
fucking
That was
cool.
cool.
Makes me Gore. Well, he's a god of thunder technically, so technically Thor should have been bleeding gold. It seemed like, but
Yeah.
I think it was just a good cheat to get a lot of blood in
That's
that.
exactly
scene,
what that was.
Which they do creative shit like that.
Yeah.
Do things like
If
that.
that
Be
shit was
fun.
if that shit was red, it would have been a bloody ass movie.
Right. Jesus didn't help stop Thanos. Shut up.
He ain't lying.
Right.
He was chilling up there with Zeus,
Man,
having
it's-
orgies and
Hey,
shit.
to be fair, his powers are limited. Walk
No,
on water.
That was Earth Jesus. You don't know what Nega Jesus can do.
Space Jesus?
Super Saiyan Jesus. You don't know what
because
he
he's
is
just
capable of.
He's just God, right?
You would think he would have inherited the powers. No. Can we get a sequel to the Bible? I just want to see what.
There's a New Testament.
Yeah, the New
I mean,
Testament.
I'm sorry, the trilogy. Can we get the third completion
book?
of the trilogy? I don't even want to see that one. Never mind.
Well, like the Quran is technically like a side piece story. I think it's like a Silmarillion versus the other Christian Bibles.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know, man. But I just like that everybody's got a God and all gods are correct, and also all afterworlds are correct. They're really approaching the afterlife really well in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
They really are.
They're like, all right, well, if you're Jewish, or actually same heaven, never mind. Jewish and Christian heaven, I think, are the
just
same.
different subdivisions.
But like, if you are Wakandan and you're not into Christianity, you have the astral plane.
Hey,
if you're
Moon
Egyptian,
Knight explained all this.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're Egyptian, you have that. And then if you believe in fucking the Greek gods, which they even mentioned nobody really fucking does anymore.
No one does.
You get to go to their heaven or whatever,
Elysium.
or maybe not. Huh?
Was it
Elysium.
Elysium.
Yeah. And then, of
It's
course,
in the underworld. So you still go to Hades, but it's a sectioned off portion of Hades.
so they separate it.
Right. And hell exists.
It's the gated community of Hades.
Oh no, hell exists. Mephisto's still out there somewhere.
There's Christian double L hell, and then there's Norse hell, HEL.
Yeah.
So, and apparently Valhalla exists.
Valhalla definitely exists. I love that ending. I really enjoyed that.
Well, just Heimdall's alive.
He ain't alive. He's dead as fuck. But the thing is, like, no, you got to see, like, because Jane is like I said, she's the heart of this movie. I wasn't expecting them to do that.
Oh, I knew she was going to die immediately.
They did.
I was like, oh,
okay.
yeah. Reason why?
The way they set up, you're like, oh, yeah, it does look that way.
Natalie Portman didn't want to do it.
No.
That was my thing.
They convinced her to do this.
Right.
And this is, again, that's why she did it. She's like, okay, I'll do it one more time because I like this story and I get to.
Han Solo.
And I get to get that Marvel money, baby.
Right. I get the toys and the merch and all that.
Yeah. I know she got a nice chunk to do it.
For sure, dude.
And she got to do her thing. She got to buff up what she said she really liked to do.
Yeah.
She enjoyed getting to do what the guys got to do.
Yeah,
she
she's
definitely did.
Strong as shit.
I wouldn't fuck with her. Like, she's huge. They gave her the stilt so she sits a little taller. She says she walked that way specifically as if, a woman who just got all this fucking power that doesn't know what to do with
Right,
it.
clumsy,
And that's exactly the way she has. Yeah, clumsy, but charming as hell. Like, good for you. Yeah, hero.
Yeah.
And I love that.
like
and
it.
so the ending of her dying, but at that very end, like her little particles coming together, and it's like, oh shit. And then seeing Idris Elba's like, hey, I appreciate you looking out for my boy. Being dead sucks, but not really. Welcome to Valhalla.
Feasts forever.
Which looks
The orgies at 5.
I was really waiting on him to be like, yeah, Odin would have came down, but he's fucking right now because the orgies here are amazing.
Well, was Valhalla? I thought it was just a party. It's also fucking Valhalla.
Valhalla's heaven. It's just Nordic
but
heaven.
you have to die in battle.
You have to die in battle,
Oh,
technically.
Lady Sif.
They really fucked over Lady Sif, man.
Someone, I think it was EA Voss, was like, if somebody liked the Warriors 3, they can all fuck off according to this movie. Because they're like, remember this
That guy
died,
and that guy, and that guy, and then Lady Sif pops up missing an arm, and Thor saves her, and it's like they get her to triage. Everyone goes to triage in New Asgard, and then nothing. It's like
she's training the children.
She's
with one
important in the like it's Jane Foster and it's Sif as far as women in Thor's life.
Right.
Like those are his two loves, and they never acknowledge that part of that at all. And now she's missing an arm, and it's like, come on, man,
she's
give this
training the
character more
children.
respect. No, but she's more important than that. Yeah.
Also, real quick, they throw in a lot of shits in this movie.
What do you mean?
They said the word
They
shit,
say shit
a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, I go, fuck, you
They
can only
can
get
say
one on
that.
PG-13, but shit?
Well, you can say a lot of shit to them.
Man, because it was like,
Marvel just never does it.
she was like, I want to die because I'm going to go to Valhalla. He's like, you survived the battle. Oh, shit. I was like, oh, man. That's funny. That was a lot funnier. But
She can go to Wakanda, get a Winter Soldier arm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they have
Misty
technology.
Knight, who I wish to see soon. But yeah, they all got mechanical arms.
I don't know.
Fun fact, though.
Real quick. I'm gonna throw this in the chat. If you want us to talk about anything in particular that we're missing, I feel like we're missing more things. Oh, I'll talk about the astral plane. Like, I don't know if it was the same as the one in Thanos for the Soul Stone.
I wanted to confirm something.
But go ahead. What you were gonna say? But yeah, in the chat, throw in if you want us to talk
I'm
about
sure we'll
anything.
talk about if it's more the ending of the movie. I don't know if you want to talk about that separately.
We can talk about all of it.
Okay, cool. So the end of the movie's called Love and Thunder for a reason. But fun fact, I don't know if you knew this, that's actually Chris Hemsworth's daughter.
Yes, I learned that.
So yeah, that scene at the end seems very natural. That's because that's probably what they did that morning.
Yeah.
But no, I love that. I love the way it ended because the thing about Thor is that character just has no purpose. And that's always been his struggle. It's like, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that, I'm depressed, that.
There was a line that somebody shared to me about Thor where he talks about like the fact that he's so old and that time moves so fast for him. So he's like, I don't even know when I'm gonna see you guys again, but when I do, I'm happy.
Yeah.
It's like, but other than that, I'm just kind of.
But that's the way he is.
People come and go so quickly, but I'm glad you guys are alive still.
That's the way the character is in the comic book. It's like he operates on a different plane because, he's a guy. People come, go. He's seen so much. He's lost so many. And it's just he looks at the world in a certain way.
Yeah.
The movies have yet to kind of get that part of like when Thor is solid, emotionally and just headstrong. And I think with the addition of this Love and Thunder thing, like, okay, well, he has a purpose now.
Right.
And you can always do some Mandalorian shit with that.
Well,
they're definitely going to do.
I thought you were going to be upset about children.
I love that. Again, in the words of honest trailers, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It works. That story, that aspect always works.
That was the part where I was a little concerned about because Key actually threw it in the chat a little bit earlier, which was, so Thor just can grant children abilities to be Thor?
That part was weird.
It was an enchantment. That was the rule. So Thor enchanted.
It was temporary, yeah.
Well, Thor enchanted Mjolnir to protect Jane.
Yeah.
He enchanted the kids temporarily to.
Yeah, he establishes that very much, yeah.
Right. But like the kids beating up the spooky ghosts.
Funny.
You thought it was funny?
That was funny.
I thought it was.
The little girl with the teddy bear.
The teddy bear. Ah!
I thought that was a little funny.
I
don't think they lingered on it enough to where I'm like,
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Is that they didn't linger on it so much where you could have got annoyed by it.
Right.
I think they were on really thin line there. Once again, the tightrope where they were falling one way.
It establishes, the kids are safe, so we can focus more on this.
Yeah, but I wanted them to be in more peril.
Kids are safe, and we can only film them for so long.
Yes. Legally, yeah.
There's not many twins.
Even though it's green screen, we can only film them for an hour.
Right.
And also, Taika's kids were in the mix of that.
I'm sure they were.
Yeah, everybody's kids were in this movie. Hell, Chris Hemsworth's wife was the Wolf Lady. So there you go.
The Wolf Lady.
Yeah, remember he kissed the lady on the wolf.
Oh, that's right.
A wolf lady on
That
the
was
wolf.
his wife.
Yeah, that's his wife. Yeah.
Stupid, man.
It was a family affair.
Yeah.
So good for them.
But then, but now it's like little girl and Thor adventures.
That little girl is powerful as shit.
Is she a real character?
I don't know. I don't recall that character, but apparently she has the power of eternity. If she has that power, eternity is very powerful in the comics.
Well, eternity just sat there, and that's
doesn't
the first.
move at all.
Well, that's the first time they showed something
Eternity,
eternity, but like all those other weird galactic ones, like they did Eternals, and they did the what were the things that they had? The big guys. What were those called?
Oh, the
Celestials.
Yeah.
So they've done Celestials. Eternity was not a Celestial.
No.
Right.
Eternity's eternity.
And then they have more Celestials in the God Heaven place.
A bunch of Celestials.
And
still.
then there's
a lot of big things.
Living Tribunal as well.
That's the second most powerful being in the Marvel universe.
Behind Eternity?
No. The one above all is the most powerful.
And I don't even know who the one above all is.
Basically God of gods. So it's
But he wasn't in this. He's just Thor.
If they put the one above all, the Marvel universe is done because you have a conduit to everything, and if a character meets the one above all, it's no point. Like it's everything you've done is kind of pointless at that.
Oh my God! Why does he look so weird?
Is it Steve Ditko? I think it's Steve Ditko is the
model. Following. Welcome.
The model of one above all is Steve Ditko, who helped create the Marvel universe.
Steve Ditko?
No, I mean that's not that. The first design is Steve Ditko. That must be a newer design.
I get. Is it that guy? I don't know. I don't know what Steve Ditko looks like.
Like that. There you go.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But okay, but I just.
Yeah, but
they're getting weird.
Eternity's powerful.
I'm losing track.
Living Tribunal's powerful. Eternity's powerful.
But this was not Eternity. This was Eternity.
This is Eternity.
Right.
Like 4.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were in. Do you think it was the same plane as the Soul Stone?
It looked like it.
It looked like it. It was the exact same thing.
It's not a red sky.
But it was a sunset.
It's many different planes, though. We've established.
But specifically water and infinite nothingness.
Maybe in the same realm, but a different place.
Right.
I don't.
So you're
getting complicated. This is fucking problem, Marvel. Like you're getting really complicated when we're thinking about this, and you probably don't have an answer.
But narratively, they were so similar.
They're very similar.
The
exact same thing.
The popcorn eating populace is going to be like, oh, they're at the Soulstone place.
I didn't think that.
It's the same.
It's just water on the ground in a colorful sky.
But how many times can you do that before you don't? But you got to make that connection.
Tekken has done it in every game.
Many times.
Tekken. It's literally a Tekken stage.
Oh, I know. But
It is.
that's because they go back and fight. They're still the same characters at the end of it.
I'd have no idea. But I didn't put a connection with those
But
two.
with the Soul Stone, makes sense for you to die and go to eternity. It would make sense to go near eternity.
So
or
that's
on
what
the
I'm saying.
realm
I
of
feel it's the
eternity.
same kind of realm, just a
Right.
different part. Yeah, like that Soul Stone and Eternity, that could see those two. Yeah.
One last complaint also about Marvel villains that someone brought up in our group chat.
Okay.
Where it was talking about, I'm tired of Marvel villains being bad the whole movie and then at the last second turning good. And they did it in spoiler for Miss Marvel. We're in spoiler for everything. Miss Marvel, the evil
Did they really?
evil grandma lady, she was like,
I don't think she turned good.
but she gave her powers to Kamran. And
To
I
her
was
son,
like,
yeah, but
okay.
I don't
But
think
she
that was
just did that.
was
A couple other,
annoying.
what's her name?
God, I can't wait to talk about that.
Scarlet
fucking
Witch
show.
did it recently. Who else
'Cause-
did
yeah,
it?
'cause she felt
Shang-Chi's
bad
dad
'cause-
did it.
Oh God, you're right. Killmonger does it.
Killmonger kind of does
Kind
it.
of does it. Yeah.
He just stops. He just gets stabbed.
When he gets stabbed, it's like, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I guess. You know,
And
if Killmonger got resurrected, he might look at things a little differently.
Nah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe
They
no.
really need to do that. That franchise needs it. But
Yeah.
there's some Marvel. Sweet. Marvel's going Marvel, baby.
God.
Marvel's going Marvel.
It's so insane.
It can't help it. So, hey, did you get a fight in the sky with lights? You did not. So you're gonna get this.
Right.
You're gonna get some Marvel shit.
Monochromatic fight and then
The
woman
villain
dying of
turns
cancer
good.
getting fucked up.
See, and that was the non-Marvel thing. I
Yeah.
love non-Marvel things. And like I said, Marvel has fallen off a fucking cliff after Endgame. Don't give me Far From Home. Far From Home was the epilogue. It was, all right, we're just wrapping up. This really doesn't have to be
No Way
good.
Home.
No. Far From Home.
Wait, Far From Home was
Far
after.
From Home
That's
was right
That's
after Endgame.
That's right.
So
I'm
it's
sorry.
like,
I
no,
lost
this
track of
is
these
a
damn movies.
wrap up. This is literally an epilogue at the end of a book, which means it can be whatever.
Yeah.
As long as it entertains you, it's a one-off. Let it go. It did that. Fine. We started this phase. Do not give me No Way Home. Fuck you if you say No Way Home is a part of it. It's not. Sony had such a part to play with No Way Home, it's not even funny. That movie shouldn't exist, first and foremost.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
But the movie relies on all of Sony's villains. You would think Michael Keaton would have got fit in somewhere in there just to link it up to the MCU. No, all you have is Spider-Man, Tom
I think
Holland
they had
Spider-Man.
to trade Michael Keaton over to Sony. And
It was literally,
Yeah.
it was a Yu-Gi-Oh trade.
Yeah. Oh,
A
the Yu-Gi-Oh fan, yeah.
yeah. Like it was a trade-off, and they made that trade-off. But Sony's hand is so far in No Way Home. I don't really count it with the MCU, and it's the Avengers for Spider-Man. That's what it's an event film,
Right.
and that's what it is. So you leave. Do not put that shit in here. They're like, oh well, Doctor Strange. Yeah, okay, he's in there. Super. He gets and math defeats him. How the fuck do you almost look?
Julian's ready. Well,
Hey, Julian.
By the way, we're spoiling the
Oh.
shit out of Thor.
Humdinger.
Humdinger.
What's up, man?
We are spoiling Thor.
Like a motherfucker.
If you don't want to be here,
And everything else also.
follow real quick and leave because we are spoiling Thor.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody who's joining us, but we are spoiling Thor.
The fuck out of it.
Please.
Right.
So
Some
if
people
you
would
don't
say
wanna
Marvel
do it-
has already spoiled.
Huh?
They, he ain't lying.
Some people would say Marvel has already spoiled.
Oh. Well, lastly,
But yeah, no, oh,
spoiling Thor.
yeah. So So Doctor Strange is in it. Great. He gets defeated by math for the majority of the movie. How you almost one-handedly beat Thanos and then Peter Parker beats you with math, I have no clue. But whatever. Doctor Strange has gotten very dumb as of late.
Yes.
Either or, that's the only connection to the MCU. Otherwise, that's not an MCU movie. Everything the MCU has fucking done after Endgame is fucking trash. And if it's not trash initially, after the fact, it becomes trash.
Loki's still pretty solid.
God damn it, man. Look, Loki's okay.
Loki's solid.
okay.
Solid.
It's entertaining. But what did you do with it? You set up huge stakes after
They
Loki.
set up whatever they set up way too early.
Sammy, I had to listen to a motherfucker talk for 45 minutes.
He's a good
In the
actor.
season, he's not. I'm not a big Jonathan Majors fan yet. He has potential. He hasn't caught me in anything just yet. But after listening to that, the universe is all over the place. Oh, shit.
Once again, Sony fucked it up.
And means nothing. None of it means anything. So that's why I respect Love and Thunder, because it has no connection, doesn't even try to have a connection. It's not pulling your leg like, oh, a universe thing just split open. That means something. Like, it's not doing that. It's its own movie. Beginning, middle, end. You get in, you get out. No connection to the rest of whatever the fuck Marvel is doing because they don't know. Right. They have no clue. Call me when goddamn Doctor Doom and the X-Men show up because I'm pretty much out. I'm out, man. It's making me angry now. It's really kind of just aggravating me because even with Miss Marvel, something that had such potential fell off a goddamn cliff.
I would say it fell off a cliff.
Oh,
I'm saying it tripped onto its face.
Yeah,
and it's popping.
It's not upright. It's not upright.
Right. Well, it went like, puh, ow. And I think with 5 and 6, I think it'll get itself up to where it's standing up again.
Fuck so.
Because those first 2 episodes were really great.
Great. They were great. They weren't good. They were great.
And then the ones they kind of middled in the middle.
Yeah.
I really liked when they went to Pakistan.
That throwback episode.
No, not even the throwback episode, but they went to Pakistan and it felt lived in.
Yes.
It was so tight.
It's
and
a world
condensed.
we don't see. Yeah.
But it was shot really well. It was shot better than
perfectly almost, yeah.
The fucking Illuminati.
Oh yeah.
The Illuminati room was shot worse.
I feel like they added that scene a week before release.
Or something.
It looks like it.
And so, but like that was good. And then they had to make her Ms. Marvel. That's the problem, is that they had to do the origin. And so this middle part is the origin.
Can we have a 2-episode origin story? I would love that. Marvel, Disney, think about it. Mull it over. Put that in your think tank.
Right.
Because at this point, I don't give a fuck. Give me superhero shit and make it entertaining.
Moon Knight, I would disagree, is not great.
Moon Knight is fucking not even close to great. It's not even good to me.
I think it's fine.
It's not even fine.
It's fine.
It's confusing.
It's confusing.
Which should not be a case. Yeah.
Now we're just talking about the MCU now. Or
Fuck
MCU as a whole.
It's fine. We got
Thor,
minutes left.
It's wonderful.
It ain't that much to spoil with Thor, Love and Thunder. Marvel's
one more thing.
dying.
We didn't talk about Hercules.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah. I did like that. Hercules is a big part of Marvel Comics. He's an actual superhero. He's his own thing, and I like the casting.
Same.
Jay just trying to talk over you. Talking about Hercules. He got excited and he took his thunder.
Oh, I apologize.
No pun intended.
Yeah, I apologize. But it's a fun little rivalry. That'll be a great addition if they make another one.
I heard he's just Thor but a dickhead.
Yeah, he's an Avenger also. So yeah.
But he's Thor but a dickhead.
Yeah.
But
He was in the Avengers with Sam Wilson's Captain America, Jane Foster's Thor. I mean,
really?
That was they made up that new Avengers team.
What powers does he have? Is it just like
super
classic
fucking strong,
Herculean?
Yeah, he's indestructible. He's just strong. He's a guy. He's a demigod. So yeah.
Cloak of the Nemean Lion, poison arrows.
Yeah, he's a warrior first and foremost. Aside from being Hercules,
he got that big ass club that he used to beat the shit out of the
Christ.
Nemean Lion.
That club is effective. That's his thing. That's his meal.
Adamantine, not adamantine.
Oh no, he's just God shit. It's just made of whatever God shit he has. But that's his Mjolnir. So yeah, he fucks shit up. Like this ain't your grandparents' Hercules. Like he's fun.
Disney's
It ain't Disney's Hercules. Like he's a character. Like he's his own character.
Actually, it is now.
Oh yeah, it is. They bought it. They bought that one too.
Here it is. This Hammer, it's just Marvel Universe he's being able to clash with Thor's Mjolnir, which he now has back.
He's a dickhead though. For sure.
I heard he's like a rowdy bastard. Is he going to be more fun?
He's fun
in the MCU.
Oh yeah, he's not like the Hercules you know at all.
Is it going to be fun for him to be a
He's
villain?
not Kevin Sorbo.
He ain't Kevin Sorbo. Or The Rock or Kellen Lutz.
Who the hell's Kellen Lutz?
The guy from Twilight. Remember they gave him his own Hercules movie that came out like a week after The Rock's.
And The Rock's was better.
Yeah.
But like not by a lot.
They're still both bad movies, but yeah.
So Hercules, is he going to be a villain in Thor 5?
He's got a little Namor in him.
Oh, or
but he ain't. I don't think he's not. No, Namor is just fucking terrible sometimes. So yeah, no, he ain't that low. He's just a dickhead.
Well, he's coming too.
Oh, yeah.
Namor.
Yeah.
So Namor's a true asshole.
Namor is the villain a lot of times.
Really?
Like, yes.
Everyone sees him.
What I want from Marvel.
By the way, that's Hercules.
I like they got the costume right and everything.
They did get the costume really right.
They did. But the thing I like, look, this is what I want. This is kind of I might be tapping out until Marvel gets to this point with Namor. Black Panther, they got to replace Black Panther. It's a must.
It's going to be Shuri.
They have no. Fuck that.
I don't want it to be.
No, it can't be. They have to replace an actual T'Challa from another universe, whatever the case. They have to. Because the storyline between Namor, Doctor Doom, and Black Panther is excellent. Those are they all have their own land. Like they all have this
They're all
country.
Conquerors or
they're all
leaders,
rulers, and they all have the ego of it, and they beef all the time, and it's super fucking entertaining. And then if they throw Sue Storm, which they all have a thing with, that would be even better.
That's right.
All of them, literally all of them. And Reed Richards sucks. In the comics, he fucking sucks. He's fucking terrible.
Like because he's all hopped up on his work, right?
Always
Like, I'm so
neglects
smart,
his wife.
I'm so smart.
all the time. She needs loving, so she'll go to Namor.
Like, she will legit cheat with
Dr.
Namor.
Doom is in love with her.
Right.
And then she has a thing with Black Panther also.
Does she really?
And he doesn't even try. He wasn't even trying. She's just attracted to him, and they just have this chemistry. So it's always this underlying thing with her and T'Challa, where it's like, if you leave those two alone, they're probably gonna fuck.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you can't do
like,
that.
They haven't, but they probably are gonna.
Yeah,
fuck.
it's a scene in one comic where they're both swimming, and they're like right about to kiss, and I think Reed shows up. Like, it's crazy. It's hilarious. But yeah. That woman is. I love Sue.
And Namor just shows up in his underwear
all the time, and he's in love with it too.
Oh, they actually do make out.
Yeah, no, those two are the closest to actually getting together. Like, she basically has an affair with Namor. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's a whole. Her and Namor is an actual thing. So I'm curious to see how that works. She don't discriminate. That's for damn sure.
Margot Robbie as Sue.
That would be great. Holy shit! I never thought about her.
John David Washington as T'Challa.
I would be okay with it, man. You got to replace him. And fucking
What the hell? Oh my God!
Hey man,
T'Challa, stop creeping up in the corner. Oh, oh my God!
Chadwick, I would like Yaya to be T'Challa if you're gonna replace Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, Yaya, Mateen Abdul, New Morpheus.
New Morpheus. There's, potentially.
Not TJ.
John David Washington. And then you said, would you say? How do you say
Yaya? It was Yaya, Mateen, and it'll pop up.
Wait, did I spell it right? I probably spelled it completely wrong. Oh, maybe I did.
Yeah, that guy.
That's just a handsome dude.
He has T'Challa vibe. Like, you gotta replace. Chadwick Boseman would want that character replaced because that character alone just means so much.
Yeah.
You have like little black boys playing with the toys. You have little white boys. Like, he just brought people together. Like, little boys of all races love. And little children of all races love Black Panther.
It's super important.
And to give it to a fucking anti-vaxxer, no, don't do that.
No, but that was so weird.
It's not the same, yeah.
That, like, I'll tell you just a weird insider Sammy baseball. I was listening to...
he is Black man. Yeah, there you go.
I was driving home randomly. This is months, maybe even a year after Chadwick Boseman passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to the end credit song of The Weeknd. Or no, I'm sorry, Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
from the soundtrack.
All the stars.
Yeah.
I was listening to it, and then I just like started crying. I was like, that motherfucker's gone.
Yeah.
I was so sad.
I was so shocked when I first saw the news. I was like, that can't be right.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, that just came out of fucking nowhere. What?
Well, the way they're going with the MCU, with all this diversity in terms of like different gods and different
universes. Like, you
right?
can, like, this is the perfect time to do that.
Like they set up like the Panther God, right? And so then it's like, okay, when they got the Pakistani, the Jinn, then you got the Egyptian gods, then you got the Greek gods, then you got the Mexican gods, the Aztec gods, Mayan gods,
the Nordic gods.
You get the Nordic gods, and it's like he fits. They were building it off of his movie, off of his back.
Yes, that's where all that came from.
Right.
And it's like, okay, it doesn't even have to be T'Challa. You can make up a character at this point.
You can say Thor, but no, this wasn't. Thor was a part of God, and they established magic.
Yeah.
That was the magic part.
Right.
Sorcery then follows after, but
yeah, T'Chaka had a lot of secrets. He could have had a secret son somewhere. Do that. Like, you got to do something, man. Because that, like, Black Panther as a black person, that it's just too symbolic and too important to just.
Right.
That's it. Like, nah,
well,
man.
Shuri wasn't in the costume in those leaked things.
Goddamn,
she wasn't in the costume
Shuri.
though.
Okay, if they can recast her, that would be fantastic.
She was wearing like a purple suit, and she was with Okoye.
She can be her own little Black Panther or whatever, like whatever you wanted. But no, we need a substantial king. Really, I hope T'Challa, but you just not Shuri because that goddamn Letitia Wright's just too problematic. Like,
right? When does
the
that movie
actress
come out?
is too problematic.
When does
Soon, very fucking soon, surprisingly. I think it's this year. That's what I'm saying. We haven't seen anything.
November 11th. How many months is that?
It's not many. It's like four.
August,
That's 4 months.
Holy shit!
And you ain't seen a trailer.
Not a trailer.
That ain't a good sign.
Not a set leak.
And it's
had COVID like 17 times.
It was delayed a lot.
Yeah.
But no, it was delayed over things more than COVID. They just didn't talk about what that thing was. Delays are never good when movies are made. And when it's stuff that isn't explained, this movie's tough, man. It's not had a good, like,
I wonder
good news coming out of it.
I wonder if they've replaced them and they just haven't said anything.
That would be great. If that's the case, keep it a secret and let it be a surprise in the movie. Bring Killmonger back. I don't give a fuck. We need something. We need our symbol. We ain't got it. Y'all got Namor now. We ain't got shit.
That's a problem.
And he's problematic as fuck.
Right.
So, the actor, not the character.
That's the thing. Well,
And I love what they're doing with Namor.
look,
I love the whole Aztec thing.
Namor leak. Since we're in spoiler.
Yeah, we're just talking Marvel.
No,
now.
but we're talking Marvel, and we're almost done here. But
We are.
I'm gonna make this is maybe in poor taste, slightly in poor taste.
Yeah.
But for those of you who don't want to,
How we haven't talked about this on the
spoilers.
Mexcellence yet, I have no
because
idea.
they tried to talk about it last time, and JJ didn't have too much to say.
Oh,
Maggie
okay.
didn't have too much to say. Who is now asleep, but
She
which
needs
is good.
it. Yeah.
But, they leaked his new outfit for Namor's new look.
Yeah.
And so there's one of them right here. Yep, that's you guys. There's one of them right there. Can I zoom in on it a little more? I can't. There's the full body. He's got a full headdress.
It's
and
just
shit.
straight
Let's
Aztec
see.
wear.
Just a straight Aztec garb. And the problem that people have mentioned, or either I've mentioned on regarding Namor, was that the actor Tenoch Huerta had homophobic tweets out there.
A lot.
And didn't realize how many.
Yeah.
But a lot. And as is with traditional Mexican upbringing sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, fuck, okay, this guy, maybe he learned the error of his ways.
He
Maybe
needs to say it. He needs to make a nice statement about it.
Make a statement or
Actually mean it.
whatever. But I gotta say though, I think the gay people win this time because I swear to God,
Yes.
I said this in our group chat when
Yes,
I
you
first
did.
saw this. I said, dude, Latino gays are gonna have a blast at Halloween playing this character.
Yes.
Oh, November? Damn it, they're gonna miss it because it's coming out in November, not October.
Trust me, that'll be more popular. That'll roll around to the next. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm just saying, because look, man, it's a dude shredded,
Yeah.
handsome dude,
Right.
with like short shorts.
Got the piercings.
Got the piercings,
Yeah.
jewelry on the ears, nose
Yeah.
piercings, bangles all over the
good look.
place. It's Namor. I like it. It looks Namor. It's Mayan.
So that's how Namor rolls around. Actually, he's wearing more than Namor usually wears.
Right.
Sometimes that motherfucker's fully nude.
that,
He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah.
yeah, it's usually Namor right there.
Yeah, it's Namor.
Just-
Traditional Namor.
Traditional Namor. Let me see.
Ethnicity unknown. So that's why I love the fact they were like, hey, we have a whole demographic we have not filled. Let's give them the oldest, one of the oldest comic book characters in history.
Right, and let's make it.
And I hope it changes permanently. Like
Yeah.
comics and all. He's Mexican.
Right.
Fuck it. From this point on, he's
Central American. Atlantis falls into the sea.
No. He's Mexican. Mexico was bigger at one point. It fell off. It's in the ocean. Now it's where he is. Mexican.
No, they picked Mayan. No,
No.
You know why they picked Mayan? They picked Mayan because that's southern Mexico and other Central American countries were money.
Good enough.
Because Aztecs were more northern.
Are you happy with it?
I like Aztecs. I'm northern. My family's
You
from northern
okay?
Mexico.
Are you okay with it? If y'all okay with it, I'm rolling with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Yeah.
I want more.
Oh, I want more.
I
No,
want a distinct Mexican superhero.
No, the
no
actor's
question.
The actor's Mexican.
I don't know. I know. I get that part. Fuck that. I want a motherfucker from East LA.
Jesus Christ. Robbie Reyes. That's the closest you can get.
I want Robbie Reyes. Apparently they don't want us to have Robbie Reyes. No, matter of fact, fuck that. He's from Mexico. He's just legit from Mexico. I
don't know
just
if he's
want a
Mexico.
Mexican
There's the guy,
superhero, man. I don't know why that's so much to ask for.
Oh.
But clearly it is.
Well, because they don't have any to pull from. You know who it is? Gold Balls.
I love gold balls.
I don't even know him that much. I've been
do
told I
love
look
Gold
like
balls.
him.
Yeah,
And I could probably
Gold
play him
Balls
in
is
the
fun. I don't
MCU.
think he doesn't. He's not getting the whole movie, but Gold Balls is fun.
But that's the thing.
I think he turns into Penance.
No, he
Where
turns
he's-
into egg.
Oh, he
Turns into egg, and he
okay.
gives birth to all mutants after a cataclysmic event.
Oh, that's supposed to be the new X-Men.
It's dumb.
Okay.
Because I got interested in Gold Balls because one, he's Mexican, and
Yeah.
two, he kind of looks like me. And I was like, cool, I'll play him in the MCU because he's just a goofy dipshit, right?
Yeah.
Right, he's a fat guy too, kind of, in that one especially. And so, like, he was a goofy character on social media, wears like biker shorts, and then like as it goes further down the line, it's like all the X-Men have been eliminated. Also, all of these orbs that you make out of your chest
Those
are
are
fun.
eggs.
They're like embryos of like proto embryos that need to get
Jesus.
like
I didn't
it was
know
like
this.
Rogue or one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Had to like put their powers on, and it made mutants, and
Oh.
that's how they repopulated the mutant population.
Nice. So he's very significant.
He's like a new. He's like the mutant god now.
Yeah.
Like, but he's like went from being goofy to being like, I am the giver
If that's
of
in
life.
one of the, it sounds like that's in the newer, like The Power of the X, which is excellent. If you haven't read that, read that shit. It's
Right.
amazing. It'll make you look at the X-Men a completely different way, in a better way.
Yeah, but he gets all
But yeah.
serious and weird. And
Yeah.
he's just like, yep, I give life now. I'm not a funny guy anymore.
Yeah.
I'm the keeper of the mutant race.
God, I want to see
he becomes
Can
monotonous.
we get some X-Men in here, man? I love
X-Men's
X-Men
gonna be
so much.
fun.
Like, that's its own thing. Like, you,
Make Hector a hero.
I would love that, but I don't know how you can do it.
Make that guy. I don't know what
Make
you
that
would play.
character a hero somehow.
Guglielmi or whatever his name is.
Who?
That's the name of the actor, Hector. It's like he has like a weird name.
that Hector. I
Yeah,
thought,
that
I thought they
Hector.
meant Ant-Man.
Oh no, that's what's his name?
Michael Pena.
Michael
but
Pena. But what's his actual name?
I don't know the character. I thought
Fucking-
the character's name was Hector. Was it not?
No, it's not. You're being
Okay.
racist at that
Oh,
point.
I'm so sorry. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
What is his name?
Ant-Man name. What the fuck is his name? Luis.
Luis. Okay.
How many Mexican names are there? But anyway, Namor's coming. Black 4
coming.
months away.
Yeah.
That shit's getting delayed.
With no scenes.
That shit's getting
it's-
delayed.
Oh, it has to get pushed.
I don't know how it hasn't.
The fact they haven't put, like, even with Thor, like, at 4 months, 4 months away from, 4 months ago, we've been seeing shit from Thor, Love and Thunder.
right.
And the fact you haven't seen anything from
And
Black Panther 2,
there's not even a
not even a
sporting
still.
event or something that's going to be that we're waiting for.
No.
It would have been this.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. The trailer should have been attached to this. The way Marvel usually does it, it would have been attached to this. And we have nothing. We don't have stills, Sammy.
Right.
Nothing.
I don't know.
Makes
how
me
this-
very nervous. Makes me very, very nervous. I feel like this thing is a disaster thus far for Marvel.
I don't know. That's the thing. There's so much
They
money.
got 2 problematic actors attached to it. It's a ton of money put in it. Your lead died. And it's like, what the fuck are we going to do?
Right.
I don't think they ever figured it out. Obviously, they haven't figured much of anything out. Just bring the fucking X-Men and Fantastic Four in. You don't know what
I
you're
don't
doing,
know,
Marvel.
man. I
Just,
don't know.
Just do it. Like, because it's making me not like Marvel, which is terrible. You built up all of this huge legacy, and I'm starting to, like, actively just be against it because you're not doing any of this justice, and you're just doing it to do it. And it's pointless.
Right.
I don't want to watch anything that's pointless. Not after you convinced me you were doing something else.
If Black Panther 2, and if they fumble somehow Namor, which I don't think they will, because apparently it's like not even a full movie. It's like a series of vignettes, like storytelling type of things. It's like I heard it's like a
What?
series of stories. It's not like it's not like a linear plot. It's like a series of short bits, vignettes, if you will.
Yeah, I'm out too.
He's
yeah.
cutting a promo.
Yeah,
Kind
right?
of, kind of, where it's like it's telling different stories of Wakanda.
He's Razor
tales.
Ramon.
So I'm
I'm already out.
I think Shuri.
I'm already out.
And
No, I'm not seeing
Okoye
it.
will have something.
I'm not seeing it.
Namor's fighting
Fuck
somebody.
it. I'm done. Because if you can't do my shit justice, fuck you. Fuck you, Marvel. Fuck that. That's lazy. That's lazy as fuck. Fuck no. I'm not watching that shit.
I'm just trying.
Good luck doing the McGrew's reviews without me. I'm not reviewing that bullshit.
That's what I had heard initially.
If that's true, that's trash.
Marvel had to try
That is pure trash.
the new movie will have to introduce a different Black Panther, explain what happened to King T'Challa.
I'm fine with that
Just
part.
recast it. Just
Recast
recast
them.
Don't
Oh.
even say he died. He
You
never
know,
died.
That's what I'm saying. Just fucking recast them.
They won't recast T'Challa, which would have been the easiest. So they've already refused to do
which
that.
is dumb as fuck. Which is something I'm sure Chadwick Boseman wouldn't have wanted.
Right.
Like, you're not doing him honor by doing that shit. He felt like he loved that character. He saw the impact of that character. I know he would want that character to continue. You're not disrespecting the man recasting. I think you're doing him more justice if you recast an actor that you know he would have approved of. Have his family help recast.
That's hard, man. Why
Dude,
would
you
you
got to.
put yourself in that gambit?
You have to. You have to.
But they didn't. It's
That
already shot.
character
It's
is-
already shot,
And
Tommy.
Tommy ain't watching it. And I'm sure others won't either. That's bullshit. It's just stupid. And look, if Marvel was doing better than what they're doing now, I would be like, okay, I trust them. After nothing they've done has gotten higher than like a fucking 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, if that matters to anyone.
Well, I've not loved anything.
No one has, man.
You know what happened? You know what happened? Endgame was the end of Hollywood blockbusters because then COVID hit shortly after.
It did.
And then fuck Tom Cruise and the fucking Top Gun. Top Gun, I'm sure is a great
Top
film.
Gun
I
is
haven't seen
excellent.
it.
It's really good. It really is.
But no kid is gonna be like, other than dipshit adults like me growing mustaches, No kids are gonna be
And
like, oh, go watch
aviators.
Top
Get your
Gun.
aviators.
Nah, I got aviators. And so, like, my thing is, like,
Well, it's the biggest movie of the year, so I don't know what,
I don't think it's gonna have. It's fucking.
It's already made well over $1 billion. Like, it is
fine.
the biggest movie of the year financially,
Fine.
which is all they
I don't
care
think it's gonna have
about.
much cultural push.
It's considered probably the second greatest sequel of all time, Sam.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By who?
Everyone.
Idiots?
No. Literally
Everyone.
everyone.
Everybody. I don't know.
You've not seen it,
I've
so
not
you
seen
don't
it.
get it. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't have the time. I want to.
is
I'm not against it.
Right behind T2, and it's people like, no, it's definitive.
I tried
Like, yeah,
watching Top Gun Maverick, or no, I'm sorry,
the original,
original Top Gun
Yeah,
in
that was
college,
rough.
and I'm like, this is boring.
Oh, it's not good. It's like at 54%. Like,
boring.
it's not a good movie.
But
It just has memorable scenes.
right,
Yeah.
but like I couldn't even bear it.
Right.
And I like action, and I don't even mind
It's not
romance.
really action. I never considered the original Top Gun action.
Romance.
It's more romance, yeah.
But anyway,
Maverick's great. Watch it.
Maverick's great. Watch
Yeah.
it. The boys watch it. That review's coming soon.
Oh, I can't wait for that one.
It's coming soon.
Thrilled,
Everything's
yeah.
coming soon. Thank you, everybody who's been sticking around. All the
What
new
else
people
we
from Junior
reviewing? There was something else, right?
Ms. Marvel.
The Rise of Gru.
The
Someone
Rise of
mentioned
Gru?
it. We missed the opportunity.
we were not-
Real quick.
We are not gentle minions, all right, you fuckers.
Yeah, the Gentle Minion thing. I was
not
really
yet.
I was gonna bring that
Well,
up.
my cousin brought it up.
I don't understand it.
Well, so essentially,
It's just a meme.
A meme. Go ahead, JJ.
Well, I mean, kids are actually showing up to theaters dressed in suits.
Yeah, for the meme.
Just to do the meme.
Just to do the meme,
Oh, I
to
like
get hits
that.
on TikTok.
That's fine.
The reason the theaters started like turning them away was because a lot of them were being disruptive, and there were
Oh.
people that
They were not
actually
being
just
gentle.
wanted to watch the movie.
Gotcha.
They were Rocky Horror Picture Showing without anybody else knowing.
Gotcha.
So like,
That's kinda funny.
and trashing places, trashing the place.
That
It's
part
as
is not
fun.
cool.
But like, imagine like you're a 5-year-old, like, yay, Gru!
You have these.
My first movie ever alive because I've been in COVID for 2 years, and a bunch of fucking assholes are yelling and throwing popcorn every time Gru
Yeah.
shows up, and
God, that
minions
generation,
say
man.
banana. Gen X is insane.
Gen Z.
Oh, Gen Z is insane.
Gen X is lazy.
Gen
But
X
yeah,
is
no.
dumb. But, they're still mad, by the way.
I don't give a flying fuck.
I stopped watching them.
It's great.
Still
Yeah,
replying.
I love it.
But
Good. At
but
least
no,
someone
yeah,
is.
the gentle minions. We're not gentle minions.
Not even close.
I don't know if my suit even fits anymore.
Good
And
God. I don't understand. Beware of them.
beware of Gen Z, those weirdos. What was the other thing you want to talk about briefly? You said
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was
well, if that is the case, thank you all for joining us. We're Tuesdays and Thursdays most days. I'm glad you can catch us on
Jesus,
Saturday.
like-
I know. We're still at 2 hours and even under that.
Okay.
So we're good. Thank you for watching. We're gonna go party with TJ. Happy birthday, TJ. We're gonna get on out of here. Let me get the music queued up. Be sure to follow, like, subscribe, do all the things that you do. We appreciate it so much. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching McGrew's Reviews with Eddie. Bye. I did that all backwards. I fucked up that outro so bad. Oh man. It's so stupid. I ruined it all. Damn it.